Hello, and welcome back to your favorite Webtoon podcast. I'm super excited. I'm joined today with some of the greatest creators on the planet. I'm going to just go ahead and give y'all that title because I feel like it is true and I am never wrong. So, with that being said, we are going to be talking to some of the people who made it to the next round in the Webtoon 2025 contest, Webcomic Legends, that is a mouthful, that made it to the shortlist round. And so, let's just dive right in. Quick disclaimer, as always, just remember that these people are giving their opinions. They are just saying what they experienced. So take everything that they say with a grain of salt. And so to begin this, let's go ahead and have our first creator intro. Take it away, Shorby.
You would put me at the beginning. No. Hi, I'm Shorby, mainly known as Squirrely when it comes to comic stuff. I do streaming mainly and comics on the side. I made Dandelion tea. If you like witches and gay stuff, you'll love my comic.
Yay!
That's pretty much it.
Amazing! Yay! Also, you have cute animals in your comic as well, thrown
you.
throughout. So I just want to
silly
throw
little
that out there.
guys.
Like, if you just want cute animal vibes, it's the way to go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on to our next amazing creator. Oh, I'm so glad you have both names up there. We have Smay, aka Chick You, and go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello, everyone. I'm Smay or Chiku, and let me first explain why I have two names. It's because one half of the people that I know online know me as Smay, and then for some reason, everyone in the Webtoon contest entry group on Discord, like no one could pronounce May for some reason. Like no, but everyone was like Samay. So then I was like, okay, you can call me Chiku. So yeah, so that's why I'm known with two names. And yeah, I my comic is called Cosmic Cube because if you like science fiction, slice of life, a bit of comedy sprinkled here and there, you can read it on Webtoon. Also, I am a professional comic book artist, but I work in print media and I've been working on comics since 2017, I think. Yeah. But this is my very first webcomic, like that I have written and posted on Webtoon. So, yeah, I was really excited.
And it is amazing. Thank you for blessing us with
Thank
your
you.
amazing series. And so let's move on to our last creators. This is actually a pair. The first time I've had a pair on the stream. So we have Sil. So Sil, introduce yourself.
Yes, so hello, I'm Sylvester Vitale, Sil for short. I'm a comic artist and I suppose a horse art artist as well, originating from DeviantArt as well as my co-creator. So yeah, that's it.
And let's hear from your co-creator.
So, is it my turn? I didn't understand.
It's all you, M. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, well, hi. My name is M or MEM on all my social accounts, I guess. I'm a graphic designer in Bachelor of Fine Arts. I'm the co-creator of Red and Gunpowder. And I guess I can say I'm a horse artist in general, horse girl overall. So that's about it.
All the horse girls rise up in the chat.
Yay!
I just have to point that out. Like, the horses in this comic go so hard. Like,
Dude,
you
they're
can make a career
crazy.
out of it.
Yeah.
We are bringing the horse era to Webtoon. I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone who draws horses is probably put to shame by the ones that
That was
so,
our only goal.
So, with that, I will just say we have a very colorful and chaotic cast. So, be prepared that this podcast episode might be a little wild. We have a lot of information to go through, but of course, as always, at the end, you are completely able to ask these creators for their wisdom to give so that they can give us more nuggets of what they went through, their experience, whatever they want to share with us. So, why don't we just start the conversation? So, we're talking about the very beginning of the contest. So you're getting involved, you hear the announcement, so you've got to go through like your preparation phase, maybe you're going through a little bit of strategy. And so it kind of, you get to the point where you're like, what is going to be my initial approach to entering the Webtoon contest, and how did you plan your submission to increase your chances of making it to the shortlist? So maybe M and Still, maybe you guys can
Yeah.
start us off.
Okay, so our answer might be a little bit disappointing because we didn't really prepare or make a strategy for anything. For us, it's more like we had this idea, we had this role play we made with our characters, and we figured it was nice, and we were like, oh, maybe people could like it. It could maybe be a long-term project, so we just did it. So overall, my main idea is just to be passionate and do something you like, not just for a contest, but a story you will actually get involved in and really enjoy all through. Because yeah, for us, there wasn't much of a strategy. It was just more we're doing this for fun because we enjoy each other's company, drawing together, writing
Mhm.
together. So we just went through.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
But
that's super interesting because I feel like a lot of creators approach the contest from very different angles. So I love you just sharing like how transparent you were about this. You were just like, we're just making a story. So
yeah,
what about you two, May or Shorby? Did y'all, what was y'all's approach to this?
Do
Um,
you want to go
it's
first or
okay. You
me?
start.
Okay.
You start.
Okay. So I saw the contest and I was like, oh my god, I want to enter a contest. And I was like, I should make a comic for this. And then my mom's like, you already have one. And then I was like, oh right, I forgot. So I was like, okay, I'll put my other comics on the back burner and I'll just and I'll like enter the thing I was already making. But I was originally making my comic to be like a printed book, so the format was paper or like paper format. So I had to go in and redo everything, reformat it to Webtoon format, and that was annoying. But it was my main strategy was look at comics I already like that have been published by Webtoon and then kind of mimic the formatting for that and then be like, hey, whatever happens, happens, I guess. I made a thing. And if they like it, they like it. That was kind of it.
I love that though. Like,
Hmm.
I love how you forgot that you had a comic
I always do.
already.
I'm like, oh yeah, I made that thing. I was like, oh yeah.
ADHD strikes again.
Yeah.
Like Shorby is just out here living his best life.
Just chilling.
And
Just
people are like,
object permanence.
Shorby, come
It's
on
true.
now.
No, literally, I'm like I said this earlier before the stream, but literally, I forgot I even made the shortlist. I forgot I was
Oh
even in the contest.
See,
It's
that's
like,
the
yeah,
vibe that
That's
Shorby
so
like
chaotic.
existed.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
here.
It's like, oh wait, that is happening, isn't it? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it is.
yeah. Whoopsies.
I love it though. So what about you, May? What was your approach to entering the contest?
So it's okay, Apollo. You can call me Chico. It's fine. I know it comes more naturally to you.
It does. Like
Anyway,
I have to pause every time I'm talking to you. I'm like, what is it? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, yeah, that's it. You can call me Chico. It's fine. So yeah, I was starting from scratch. I actually found out about the competition from your stream, and
Oh,
I had no idea. I had no idea that Webtoon was coming up with one. But when I saw that like they were accepting entries from all the categories, I was more interested in applying because I actually originally wanted to make something in the most gripping category because I love thrillers and horrors, and I had this idea in my mind for a very long time. But since I'm writing my own comic for the first time, I felt like I was not equipped enough to write a thrilling story as my first ever comic. So that's why I decided to go with Slice of Life. Um, yeah, and it basically I didn't want to be stressed out, you know. I felt like Slice of Life and romance, which are the two categories that I entered, like my subcategory is romance. So I felt that it was easier for me to come up with ideas and story arcs and stuff for that category. So yeah, that was my initial approach
And honestly, you
to,
did it so
yeah.
good.
You
Oh,
did. You
thank
did.
you.
It's great.
I find it so
Yeah,
interesting. Oh, go
hmm.
ahead.
So I was just saying that so when I'm reading something or when I'm watching media, I'm like more interested in like the thriller and horror category is more interesting to me. But when it comes to coming up with ideas for the story, I think like a more casual kind of a storyline is more easier for me to come up with ideas for.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm,
And
mm, mm.
honestly, with the style, I find that the hardest one to write are thrillers, horror, and comedy.
Yeah,
Comedy is,
Mm-hmm.
are it's hard to come up
yeah,
with something that's gonna be really funny and not just cringe, or like have your right audience. So like for us, we
that's
went with
true.
drama because I cannot write comedy much. I think I'd rather just sprinkle it through. But yeah,
I'm the same way.
yay, high five.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's so interesting that all of y'all's approach was more or less in the wheelhouse of I just want to create a good story.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like the maybe the
Hmm.
strategy came later if you did end up doing any sort of strategy, but I like that the initial idea was just like I'm just gonna make something fun that I enjoy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for
so
us, I
Yeah.
think if I can add something for the
yeah.
strategy, I guess it was we had our role play written and we had this content we had, and we figured, okay, we need to end episode 3 on this, so we get a good hook to
Oh
end
yeah.
this little short
Yeah, plan
period.
out the episodes.
So it was
Mm-hmm.
like I think it's episode 2 that we got about was it like 75 panels or something like that because
Yeah,
we
we struggled
needed
to
to
fit it in.
end yeah, we needed to fit the stuff correctly. It was more work, yeah, but I think it was worth it to do it. So it ends exactly where it should be. And I think the way episode 3 is ending is pretty much what hooked people into the story to be like, okay, it's not just drama and sad and nothing's gonna happen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm, mhm.
So I think it was the important part for us.
Yeah.
And another thing I want to add for this question that I forgot earlier, I think the good thing is to be delusional and just do the whole thing. Because
Yeah.
one of the first thing I remember telling Sil when we considered the contest was like, what if it's the first day of the rest of our lives? Like maybe it could change everything if we do this project for fun, but what if? So
It's
we
true.
just went with this idea that we're trying, we're dipping our toes
Mm-hmm.
into that, and we hope it brings us somewhere. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, well, perfect. So we'll see.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I mean, I feel like all artists have to be a little delulu, to be honest.
Hmm.
Like it's one of those things where it's just like
It's
it's
built
kind of
in.
fun. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of fun
Mm-hmm.
to be like, huh,
Yeah.
what if I take over the world tomorrow? Like
Yeah,
Exactly.
like the
You've got
chat
to be
says, the
prepared.
audacity.
Yeah.
We need to have the audacity of a white man.
Gotta be
exactly,
powerful.
exactly. So it really is one of those things where I just feel like entering a contest, like yeah, it's a contest, but also you're creating art, and so there's so many more layers to it than just
Mhm.
like oh, I'm training to be like the best athlete ever, so I've got to have the biggest muscles. Like, no, like you're
Mhm.
releasing a part of yourself. So it makes me really interested to hear how like each of you kind of developed your process. Could you maybe walk us through like the steps you took to like really polish your contest entry? Shorby, could you start us off on this?
Um. Okay. So like, do you want like the actual like making of it, or like how I put myself into it,
Whatever you're
or
prepared to
or
answer.
I can do anything. I'm chilling.
I forget who I'm talking to. Walk us
Yeah.
walk
Yeah.
us through walk us through your process, I guess. Like since this is kind of maybe a the like you had the story already,
Yeah.
like maybe you can just walk us through how you plan to enter it for the contest.
So, this kind of tying into what Em said earlier about the like ending an episode at a right point. A big thing for me that was kind of difficult, but I knew was very important for entering a kind of contest like Webtoon is understanding where to end the episode and how to keep people engaged, especially with how many cliffhangers and Easter eggs and things you add to the story. Because since mine was already a book form, well, not book format, but it was made so hopefully I could print it one day. I had to take what I had already done, redo it, well, move all the panels and all that stuff. But I had to then decide where was it most impactful for the reader to keep them engaged while also not, which did involve making new panels and taking things out and whatnot so that I didn't have under 40 because it was 40 fully colored panels per for my category. And I was like, okay, it's only 30 panels cut off where I want it to be. I got to start throwing stuff in. And surprisingly, I'm glad I had to because it made a lot of the story more interesting and made me think about things that I wouldn't originally add. So it fleshed characters out a bit more than originally. But a big thing with me when I was making it, my process was just kind of what is my time limit and how much can I produce in that time limit and where to cut corners. Because I know like I can do big scenes with tons of things going on and whatnot, but I know if I want to do that, I have to put aside a little extra time compared to a scene where somebody's just like speaking. So when I was moving it over to the new format and adding new panels and things like that, I had to really break down how many months do I have left? How much time can I give this? And if I end up somewhere where this is my job, can I keep it as a sustainable thing? So I didn't try to make my comic look like absolutely peak, knowing I'll never be able to reach it ever again. I needed to keep myself at a normal pace and keep everything at a like baseline standard. And that I find is kind of difficult when you're trying to polish it and make it look really good. But you can learn a lot about your like speed when with art when you get kind of used to your baseline. I don't know if that helps.
Mm.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, but your art looks really charming because of that. Like I really like
Thank you.
It's very
the
cute.
kind of unfinished look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the main
it's very
thing with my
charming.
style. Like, funny enough, my
Mm-hmm.
comic art style is not my main art style at all. I developed it
Oh,
just for the comic because
Oh
I was
wow.
like I like doing a lot of facial expressions in my art, but the thing I wasn't very strong in was body language. But for this
mm-hmm.
series, I didn't want to do a bunch of facial expressions. I wanted to try body language. So that's why they have like
Hmm.
dot eyes. And most of the panels are really big so that they can like throw their arms around or they can like
Mm-hmm.
do things like that. It added more to the atmosphere I was going for. And it complemented the style a lot better. Like backgrounds could be sketchy because the characters had silly little dot
Stand up.
faces.
Yeah.
Instead of,
Mm-hmm.
you know, scaring myself and being like, hey guys, here's this versus this, and it looks jarring.
Honestly, kudos to you because changing style is so hard. Like
It's
I don't think I
difficult.
could
Yeah,
do it.
exactly.
Like it would take so much brain power that I'd rather do like a full background
Yeah,
than change
Definitely a lot of
and
myself.
then
practice.
maintaining it for a very long time. That's also
Reference
like difficult.
Yeah.
pictures, like if you make yourself references of characters and stuff, or you just practice drawing your characters over and over again, you can do it basically with your eyes closed
Yeah.
after a while. Like I know their faces, like I could do it with my eyes closed at this point. So
Yeah,
I'm glad.
exactly.
Well, it worked.
I love that though.
Thank
Yeah, it
you.
looks so good. And I think people in chat agree. Like a lot of people are commenting on the art on screen right now. And yeah, like
That took
I
so
don't know.
long.
Like you're like this is a simple style. I'm like, dude, like the broom has like little whiskers. Like what
Oh
are you
yeah.
talking about? Like
Well,
it's so good.
that's the other thing. Like way before the stream started, we were talking about atmosphere in comics, and I
Mhm.
think a lot of people underestimate the power of
Oh,
atmosphere and how
definitely.
and how it can like really sink a reader in. And for me,
Mhm.
when I
Mhm.
Yeah.
decided I wanted to make a comic about witches and magic, well, you know, if the characters are pretty and fun things are happening, that's cool. But if you don't feel like everything is magic, you're not going to be pulled
Mm-hmm.
in. And so whenever I had to like building houses and interior design is kind of like character design, but just a little different. And so I needed to find a way where no matter what building you're in, it feels like there's magic in there and it feels like it's alive. And doing that is a lot of effort, but it helps bring readers connected with the world rather than just faces and expressions.
Yeah, it's so immersive. Like I know
It
sometimes
is.
when
True.
I'm reading, it's like the characters are floating in space. Like they told me where
Mhm.
they were, like I saw the establishing shot, but sometimes it feels like, where are they? What are they doing?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
aren't we're in a high school, right? Like this does
Yeah, I
not
get
feel like a
that.
high school. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I
It's
think it's
it's
something
difficult.
that's I think it's
Oh,
something that's often cut up to like to be faster to create webtoons. We see a lot of those where the shadows are very limited and the
mhm,
atmosphere is non-existent, and it's like it's fair because it
Mm.
takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of
mhm.
work and skills too. So I think for me, honestly, your webcomic also was the first one I read of the contest, and I remember showing it to Sil and being like, "Oh, I think
Yeah.
this is something that got chances to go because it's very cute. It looks like a
Mhm.
children book, and I think it really sinks people in. So it's just worth it to work on like all of the atmosphere and backgrounds and the whole world building
For
more than
sure.
just draw a pretty character over and over."
Love
Yes,
Yeah.
world
yes.
building. I love
Yes,
world
yes,
building.
we can tell.
I
So
love it.
with all of that being in mind, we see that Shorby's kind of like very like time sensitive focused, world
Yes.
building focused. What about you, Sil and Like what how could you walk us through maybe some of your process?
For
Um,
us, I think the main thing I would say is that personally, I never did comic before Sil did, but we come from more of like one image goes with a story, so we're used to make like big illustration and add a lot of details into it. So it
mhm.
was reining in and not go intensely on every single panel because we would never get out of it. I don't think time was really what we had the most in mind. We were just going with the feeling. I'm sorry, her answers are very not really helpful for people in general, I guess. But
No, it's so helpful.
oh
Continue.
yeah, okay. It was mostly like Phil would do the paneling and like the main sketches. I would sketch back onto it. My character do the liner, do the flats, send it back to Sil, and then we went
Yeah.
back and forth that way because being a team of two is super helpful as long as you get along and work
Yeah.
well together, I guess. So thankfully, our art style really matches. Like it's the same one we use for our
Yeah.
illustration, and we were able to really, I think, seamlessly fit it together.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
just
So
want to
Let.
like clarify real quick on that. Like we were talking to Sil before you jumped on, and I
Mhm.
was asking Sil, like, how did the art go? Like, did one of you draw or did both of you draw? And can you guys kind of talk about that? Because I don't think anybody would know unless you told them.
Mhm.
okay,
Okay, so
Yeah.
so
True.
do you
I
want to go,
do
Sil?
the yeah, I can go. I do the layout, like the thumbnails, I guess, the basic sketchy sketches that are basically just the stick figures, and then I fine sketch my characters, and then I send it over to Amy, who will sketch in her characters, and then she will line everything, and she will flat color, and then she will send it back to me, and I will render and do backgrounds. For nature images or panels, M is also helping with that
I
because I
don't touch
really
any
don't. I don't
architecture,
like nature.
and I'm like, I'm not doing the buildings.
Mood.
Like the buildings, you do it. I'm not
Yeah.
touching that. So I will draw grass, no problem. But don't make me do brick. But yeah, I think overall, the thing is that's nice too is like if we get stuck somewhere, we can just be like, "Can you help me here? Can you continue that because I'm not seeing the end of it." So
Yeah.
we were able to bend and twist some of the stuff to make it work. And like I think it's into episode 4, I believe, the part where it's Alexa mostly. I did the original sketches and paneling and then sent it to Sil. So Sil replaced them in a way that would feel better a webtoon because I know a little less about that. So there's no ego in all of that. If something is wrong, we tell each other. If something needs fixing or if something is
Yeah.
not exactly how we both see it, we're able to communicate and change things to make it work. So I think communication is really much a big thing onto all of that. And I think
Yeah,
we
I
were
was gonna
pretty.
say
Oh, yeah.
you guys are such a good team. Sorry, I just wanted to say
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
I'm
Perfect
so glad
harmony.
For sure.
because like there's always a risk when you're working with someone that something can go sour fast, and we really much talked about that of like we don't want to
Yeah.
lose our friendship over this. Like we
Hmm.
were a friend
Mm-hmm.
first, we're having a project, and we hope to go far with that project and stay a team and friends. So I think it's just realistic to approach this first because it's kind of like a couple. Like it's not always going to be amazing, and sometimes there's going to be issues, and we need to be able to figure it out without risking anything else.
Mhm,
Mm.
mhm,
And
Mm-hmm.
also for the process, time wise, if I can make a little thing about that,
mhm.
I think we were pretty consistent. That it took about 2 weeks and a half for each episode,
Yeah.
working the two of us. And it was pretty similar the whole time. So we know that we can work steadily and that the amount of details we're doing now, it can work. Like we can do it. So I think it's something important to keep in mind that if one episode takes you a week and the other one takes you four, it might be a problem. You need to be steady in your work. That's like I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ash Tree House said, "I would love to find an art partner. It's harder than finding an IRL spouse."
Same.
That's so true.
Same. Oh my God.
Honestly, fair. Well, I think in the RP community, it's easier to find someone and just like test out the dynamics. But at the same time, you can write well with
Mm-hmm.
someone, but also your art style won't mesh, or you won't work the
Mm.
same way or the same direction.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's about of a hit and miss, and I think we were just lucky in a way to find each other because I have a lot of friends that I get along and I draw with, but I would
Mhm,
not
mhm.
start a project like that with any about anyone. It's like it
Yes.
needs to work, and you need to have the same mentality and same clarity about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so
it's just
difficult to find
crazy.
someone whose style meshes with yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
yeah, so seamlessly. Like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell that two people have worked on it. It's very seamless.
It
Hmm.
is.
Yeah,
It's crazy to be honest. Like when Phil said that, I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
I love it though. It's super pretty and it does mesh really, really well.
I think
Um,
the good thing is because we're both really lovers of like 2D animation.
mhm,
So
Mm.
all of that is the main how could I say inspiration for both of us. So it was easier to bring back together everything because if I was more painting, it wouldn't work. So
Hmm.
we had the same vision from the start.
mm, mm,
Mm.
mm.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense. So I guess we can take away like from your process, it's like perfect harmony. Like
Yeah.
no other way
Yeah.
to sum it up. So what about you, Chiku? What is your process or was your process? Like how did you go about this?
So I worked on a couple of web comics before, but they were like a local project, and I also do like comics for a living. But so I was not worried about art. Um, and
Mhm,
for this contest, I really wanted to push myself and write my own stuff as well. So all my struggle and all my process was like I concentrated on the writing more than I concentrated on the art really because yeah, art it comes naturally to me. So I read a lot of stuff. Like I read a lot of webtoons just to understand what the vibe kind of is. Like not only a lot of originals but also a lot of canvas comics. Just to know like what works and what doesn't work because I think webtoon has a very specific audience.
mhm,
Like and especially because it's from a culture that I am not a part of.
mhm,
Like they were like wanting to like this contest was for US audience and like I'm not a part of that culture, so I just felt like I needed to understand like the stuff that's on their platform.
Hmm.
So I did do a lot of reading. So I literally out of the 6 months of the contest period, I must have spent like 3.5 or 4 months just working on the writing of my comic, especially because it was something that I was starting from scratch. Like I didn't have an idea or anything at all about what I was going to do. So it also helps to have someone look at your look at the stuff that you're writing. So my online friend Cass, shout out to Cass, helped me polish my episodes a lot. And, like it also helped me boost my confidence. So I told them really like I also want like not only do I want like feedback on the story and the characters and stuff, but also let me know um if it suits kind of like the US audience, or even
Ooh.
my language, like it could be like slightly different, like maybe it would sound odd, and then uh the immersion would not, like the suspension of disbelief would not be there if I like if they sounded like a little uh strange, or like the language, if it
Like
was like
like it was
not
odd.
yeah, it was odd or something, I don't know, like it was
Mhm.
something that the audience was not used to.
Mhm.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
yeah, it really helps to have like someone just go over it. And yeah, so that was my writing. And then the art, I was just like, one day I just sat down and I drew. That's all.
And on the
Because
first
Doing
thankfully
day
I had worked on web comics before, so I knew like the technicalities of it. So I knew exactly what I was going to do, like what the file size would be, how I would save them, and so all that process was kind of I was used to it, but yeah, that's why it was like more seamless for me, like working on the art. It was just the writing that I struggled with initially.
I'm just gonna say art skills like that are just diabolical. Like I'm so sad for all of your character designs. They are so good. Like so good. So I love it. Like what are you talking about? You did that in one day. That's
Yeah, that's
crazy. That's
crazy.
Yeah,
madness.
I did. I literally just sat and like everything just came out, became pouring out of me. Because I
insane.
love character designs. Yeah. And I made sure that each of them was distinct from the other.
You did a
Mhm.
good
So
job on
that,
It
that.
really shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Like it's one of those things where I think like just thinking about everybody and how we all took different approaches to entering the contest. It just goes to show that I feel like there's no one glove fits all type of scenario. Like
Hmm.
you
Mhm.
really can enter with any sort of mindset during your contest prep, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like a copy. Like you work on things that you feel are going to be the most effective for the story that you're creating, which I feel is just showcased so well on this I don't know what to call it, panel, group, whatever that we
Yeah.
have here.
You just have to be
Yeah.
delusional enough. It's just that. Just be delulu and hope for the best.
I mean that's so true. Like you just believe in yourself just enough to be like Delulu enough to make it, but not too crazy where you're like
But honestly, the imposter syndrome is wild. Each time I
Mm.
looked
Yeah.
at the shortlist, I was like, "There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah,
We cannot
mood.
be in that."
Same. I'm on the same page.
oh man, that's interesting. It makes me wonder even more so about like the choices that you guys kind of picked as you were moving forward through the contest and maybe some of the challenges that you all faced. So was there like anything specific that kind of like was like a roadblock? I know Chiku, you were kind of talking about like maybe a little bit of not understanding the culture and things like that. Was there anything else
Hmm.
that was kind of like an issue for you while you were developing the series?
My biggest issue, I think, was like streamlining my story, like because there was so much potential. Um, like I also love world building, by the way,
Mhm.
and yeah, so this I had this entire thing in my mind where it's like a generational spaceship, and what would the social dynamics be? What would the politics be like? And so the main thing was like streamlining like where I wanted to take this. There are like so many things that I want to like tell through my story, like the messages or whatever, like a social
Mhm, mhm,
commentary
mhm.
or whatever, but in a fun way. So yeah, so that was like my main thing. So then I just decided to make it fun. Then I was like, oh, maybe she has a crush on her team leader, and then she says something inappropriate at a party, and
Mood.
yeah, so it
And thus the
and
story was
it's
born.
yeah, so I decided to start with that, like make it lighthearted, but then have like this underlying thing going on.
Like the moment you said like political, I was here for it. Like I love
Yeah.
me a political drama. I know that's not what it is, but anything that has any
Yeah.
sort of like social dynamics to it, so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm kind of like that. Like I go all in. Like I need to know each and everything about my world. Like it doesn't matter if I don't end up putting it in my comic, but then it's there at the back of my mind, and then it lets me decide how someone would react in a situation or what kind of a situation that I can come up with, which would be a potential problem that the protagonist faces and stuff. So yeah, I'm nerdy like that.
I do that too.
oh,
Yeah.
so good.
I'm like, is there a factory making jeans? If no, then
hmm
no, it's not in the story. I'm like, how did they do they drink coffee? Where did the coffee beans come? I
Yeah.
overthink everything.
Yeah, same. And especially because it's like a science fiction setting, and I can do anything at the same time, but then I also can't do anything at the same time
Yeah,
because
I totally get
I
that.
do have to yeah, I do have to think about like the physics and stuff, and maybe like
Hmm.
there's something that we can overlook, but then no, I'm a physics nerd, so uh,
Oh,
yeah, I
dang.
was thinking about that, like what would be like how would they manufacture their clothes, or how
Yeah.
Oh wow.
what would they eat and yeah, and how would they be genetically engineered and stuff like that.
Dang, dang. Now that's deep. I have to agree with Ashtree. She said it sounds like North American culture to me, not me being in my early 20s saying drunk things about my boss. Like
You got it nail on the head. Oh my
you
god.
nailed it. Like that 3.5 months of research paid off because
That
like
worked.
that
Yeah.
sums up like every corporate environment ever.
Mhm.
Did you hear what Chiku said at the Christmas party about our boss?
Dude, that's crazy. I can't believe
That's
that
what people are
happened.
gonna say about the round table. I did you hear what they said?
I can't believe what happened on the round table. Oh my god.
Exactly. Everything's being exposed here. Like this is a telltale all. That's what it is. So Storby, why don't you tell us all about your challenges?
Dude, I thought people were gonna hate my characters.
Oh
Oh
no.
I literally I think it was the last 2 weeks before the shortlist came out. I was saying to my friends, because my friends they love reading my stuff, and they're like the people that like proofread, and they're like, dude, don't do that, that's a bad idea. Or they're like, that's great. Or they're like, you misspelled something. I'm like, oh, oops. But literally it was getting close to the ending of the contest, and like, crazy stuff are going on in the US and things like that. And so
Mhm,
I was
mhm.
like, I feel like my comic might be getting too political. And I was like, I don't think people are going to like it just because, like, it deals with a lot of concepts of like modern day gender and like things like that.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
like pushing people out because of like stereotypes or things that they can't control about themselves. And I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't. This is the wrong time to be making this. I'm like, it's a good time, but it's a bad time. So I
It's a
was like,
danger.
it's a danger. And so I was like, I don't know if people are gonna like what my characters are saying, or they're gonna be like, oh, this is too woke, and then I'm gonna like be like, I don't know, people don't like it. So that was like a big thing, trying to think to myself, okay, well, how much, like, what is the balance here of how far do I want to go with character representation and how they like the language they use about their lives and stuff, while it's also still like digestible to a wider audience, while also, being truthful and staying genuine. That was difficult. That to me was probably my biggest issue, was just like, how do I make this like consumable for everyone, but also I'm not watering anyone down, because I want my characters to feel authentic. I want them to feel genuine, and I want people to be able to connect with them, which thank you to everybody in the comments who were like, oh my God, that's totally me. I respect you. Thank you for liking them. But I was like, oh no. I was like, are they too like yeah. I was like, oh no.
But I mean, you went with it anyway. So
Oh yeah.
like, did you just kind of like get over it? You're like, this is just the way I want to tell my story, or was it just like, I've already done this, I've locked in, I'm just gonna post it?
I got to the point where I realized that it was important to be honest with like how they were written. And I understood that whoever ends up reading it, if they connect with them, they connect with them. If they don't, they don't. But the people that connect with the characters, see themselves in them, and understand like, oh my God, I go through that. Or it's like, oh my God, just like me. It hits harder to home, and those people will care about it more. And so I was like, you know what? There's a lot going on in the world. Maybe not the best time to try making a comic like this, but I was like, the people that need to see it will see it, and they might
Yes.
appreciate it more. And so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna water anything down for that, which I can't believe I made it here, guys. I can't believe I made it here. Because I was like, I'm watching, like, I'm not American, but I saw bills and things going on, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, I was looking at my gay little story, and I was like, uh-oh. I was like, trans rap in modern day, not a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm like, this is going on. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it anyways. So that was genuinely like, I was like, oh no, people are gonna think my thing is only getting picked because of this, or if it didn't get picked, I'm like, did people really hate it because of this, or you know, why not?
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that's interesting about it though, is because I feel like you're like, it's not a good time, but to me, I'm like, this is the perfect time. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like stories that have like an impact on current culture are so important in general. Like
it's needed more than ever right now.
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's
that's
like,
why I felt like I gotta do it. I was like, I could back away, but I'm like, if people enter the series, read it, and then come out of it at least a little nicer to others, I'm like, okay, I did my job, kind of thing. Especially when people are like pretty nasty modern day.
yeah.
So I was like, I can't. I'm like, I can't step away from this right now. I'm like, I think I gotta do it. I was like, I gotta go full force.
And like, that's the thing that's so interesting, is because like, I think so many people during the contest were like really, really focused on what like Webtoon wanted over just writing what they wanted. So like, maybe they like tweaked the plot here or tweaked the character here because it made it more digestible for Webtoons. But like, at the end of the day, like, you could be altering your vision. And I mean, if you decide to go that route, like, do it with the full mindset that this is what I want to do. But I feel like sometimes like, you can be like just proud in the story in of itself, and without any of the external validation.
Yeah, that was definitely like a big thing when I was finally locking in of the idea of just do it, whatever happens happens. Because I was like, if I was a younger version of myself and I read my comic, I would have been like, wow, that was great. And so I kept thinking about who's going to be reading it and what is their reactions to it. And even just the few people that are like, wow, that was great. I was like, they want to see it. They would feel like it's important to them. And I'd rather have a few people that really like it and really connect with it rather than being just like, I threw all these important elements to me away just because I wanted to be, I don't know, corporate in a way. But I was like, if corporate likes it, they can have it as it is. Like, if they don't like it, then they don't like it, and that's okay. I'll just keep making it anyways. I like it.
And thus the Shorby mentality continues.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just here, guys. I'm just making a thing.
I love that.
I love it. I love it. Oh, okay. Let's hear from our dynamic duo. What were there any challenges for you guys?
Okay. It's okay if I start still.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The first thing I will say is we have a historical drama. So historical means we want it to fit what actually happened. And let's be honest, we're doing a Western. They were not really nice towards like minorities, people of colors. we are both very white, and we don't want to appropriate cultures as well as sugarcoat anything. And we don't want to portray people of colors as victims and needing to be saved. So we're trying to find a balance where we represent everyone that was actually there without making them like only side character victims, whatever, or like how could I say an accessory to our characters.
Hmm.
So for us, it's a big stress to be able to portray people correctly, and not to erase cultures and anything that we may not know. And it also comes with the side of like we need to do a lot of research to know what is right for the time period for the era. For example, we were googling about if citrus would grow in Louisiana. So because we have no clue, so we're just going in and full research to find if what we write makes sense. So it goes from social issues to races, color, whatever, to what plants grow in that era. So we portray it correctly because we want it to be as accurate as possible. So when I say we're control freaks, we are control freaks to the end. But I think also for the future, what's going to happen is that we might need to find resources written by people that are impacted. So, for example, if we want to bring First Nations into the comic,
Hmm.
Wow, like that's looking up if a plant grew at a certain time
Dude,
period.
I respect it. I
Crazy.
respect it.
Yeah,
I was
true.
like, wait, what? What do you mean? Like, that is not something I would ever think of in any type of world building. Like, did this plant grow here? Like, I love it though. Like, I guess that just goes to show how much you love your craft, like how much you love designing the world and creating the world. And that sounds like something that's really, really fun. Did you
Mhm.
have anything you wanted to add, Seal?
Not really. I think I think M fell out, but
Yeah, I
I
think
don't.
M.
She summarized everything very well.
She did. She did. I think she summed up everything pretty perfectly. And it makes me think about like the storytelling aspects, like what we've been talking about, and like how to kind of engage readers and help people really understand things better. What do you think made your webtoon entry stand out really in terms of just the story, the character development, the visuals, whatever there might have been? What would you say, Sil? Like, I know you guys are developing a western with a lot of interesting and dynamic themes, but was there anything else that you think really possibly sparked interest among maybe judges, readers, other creators?
Um, I don't know. Maybe the fact that our story starts out maybe a little cryptic. Our characters' motives aren't fully clear at the beginning, um, and still isn't after 5 episodes. But we want to reveal their motives as the story progress. So
I'm just
maybe that.
I'm just gonna say so. I know what it made me interested for it. Like when I saw a character with a beard, I was sad. I was there for it. I was like, "What doesn't have this? This is what I need."
In a
I was like,
webtoon, what?
"Go ahead and give them the money."
Yes.
Beard supremacy, please,
We
please.
need more beards.
Exactly, exactly. Like, still,
Yeah,
just have them
true.
like when you have any future meetings with webtoons, be like, yes, I have a series idea
More
for you,
beards,
and I know
please.
what all the characters need to look. So, what
Yeah,
about
beards are so hard to draw. I feel like you can. It's like a hit or a miss,
they are.
honestly.
It's really an art to make a character with a beard look
Yeah,
good.
true. I
Like,
struggle with it so much. A stubble and a beard, I just struggled with it so much.
what about you, May? What was your process, or what do you think made your entry stand out, like in general?
I think it was the setting probably because it's not just a spaceship, it's a generational spaceship, which means that there are going to be people like living their entire lives um, on that, like on the spaceship. And basically, yeah, so it, how do I put it? There is a lot of potential, I guess, for like social dynamics and yeah, as I said before, like politics and social dynamics, and like it has a lot of potential to be completely unique yet familiar at the same time. And even though I feel like I have a variety of like a cast of characters, uh, tropes wise, I feel like it's nothing groundbreaking. I have like very familiar tropes in the characters, but the setting that they're put in uh, is kind of different. So the problems that they would face and the things that they would go through would be different. Like if it was just a normal office, it would be a little more tropey, but I think just because they are an office in interstellar space, it calls for like a more unique story, I think.
I'm gonna tell you what did it for me.
Mm.
And I think I told you earlier, it was just like the opposites attract. Like I think they're
Oh
so
yeah.
cute. Like just the vibes
Yes.
of them being like, well, I mean, okay. Honestly, I think her as your main character was like such a smart decision because I just vibe with her. Like she
Oh
is
yeah,
the type of person
Spinny. Yeah.
I'd be like, let's go out tonight. And I'm
dude,
like,
she's
is
relatable.
like
Oh,
is
I'm
I'm
so
not sure how to
glad.
pronounce her name. Is it Biney?
Benny. No, it's
Benny.
Benny.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
like, I would be like, is Benny coming out? If she's not coming out, I'm not coming. Like that's the vibe. Like I
Yeah.
love your character personalities. They're so good.
Oh my
Thank
god, I
you.
got cut off for like a good 10 minutes. I am back.
Yeah,
Welcome
we've been
back.
covering for
Welcome
you.
back.
Nobody knew you were gone. It was like the roundtable secret, but you exposed yourself.
Oh
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if people were sad or not, but yeah, I am back and I'm ready to
we
yap.
were very sad.
All right.
I asked Seal what made your entry stand out. So he gave us his perspective. So maybe we can get yours too. What do you think made
Oh
your
boy.
entry?
Um, I will say maybe it was the thing that we were worried at first, and it's the art style. It's not very webtoony. It's very more, much more like DreamWorks animation and stuff like that. So I think the fact that we pushed a lot into like atmosphere and character design in a way that is not really manhwa or manga. So yeah, I think the whole art style thing was maybe what pushed it the most, and maybe the fact that it was written as a role play, so it's very much into character interaction. I guess I think that would be my answer.
It is very
Hmm.
cinematic. I will agree, 1000%. Like some of
Mhm.
those panels, I'm just like,
I'm
It
how
is.
long did it take you to do this?
I was,
glad.
yeah, I was sucked in. Like, I said this before you joined him, but I was sucked in when I started reading it. I was like, I
Mhm.
was in the world, like standing right there with them.
The
I'm
atmosphere is
glad.
so
It's amazing.
strong.
Yeah.
And honestly, we had fun with it too. Like it wasn't like
Hmm.
pulling teeth. We were just doing it, and it was like we need to stop
Yeah.
adding details because we were sucked in, having fun doing it. So yeah, I think it was the main thing for us. And I think also the fact that we kind of like incorporate many genre at the same time, because yes, it's historical drama, but we also got some comedy going into it with, with the snarky remarks and stuff like that. We got some
Hmm.
kind of like, I would not say thriller because it doesn't work that way, but like a mystery, I guess. Like, where is it going? What's happening? Why is she doing this? And we like to keep it very cryptic because we don't want to info dump on everyone.
Mhm.
So people need to figure out what's happening with those characters. It's not gonna be like given away. So I think maybe it's what could be in the main things that caught attention from people. I think it's
Mhm.
something that's just like either you like it or you don't. But personally, I like it when I have to use my brain a little bit when I'm reading something.
Hmm.
Yeah, I totally get that. So what about you, Shorby?
Bro, I don't know. I'm
How did I know that was the answer? I was like, watch
like
him say I don't know.
I like to think that the fact that I keep I don't know. I know the style that I picked is very different. I know that. And like my first episode doesn't seem like a lot happens. Like you kind of just get introduced. Like here's what's like, oh my god, this thing is happening in town. Oh no, that's scary. But you don't really get a lot more out of it. So I like to think that people probably were like, wow, art pretty. Wow. And then they realized, wait, there's stuff going on by the end of the episode and then stuck around. So, I like to think that's what happened. But for the for the most part, I don't know. I think character dynamic is a big thing that I try to focus on. So I'm hoping one of the reasons why it stood out was maybe people really liked that I had the way that people interacted. But low key, I think it might just be the art where people were like, wow, that looks different. I think that might just be it.
I'm gonna add my perspective since I added it on
Oh,
to
yeah.
everyone else's. Like, I think what had me hooked was I felt like I was in a different world. Like, I
I'm
immediately was
glad.
like looking at panels to be like, okay, what's going on? There's a little tiny jar in the background. What's in there? Like that
Yeah.
was me looking at panels. I just loved it so much. Like I love the feeling of being immersed into a fantastical world. And I felt like from the
Yeah.
first like few panels, that's what happened.
Oh, I'm glad. I try to really think of like we joked about it earlier, but like when it comes to world building and understanding like things, I try to overthink everything where I'm like, oh, if they have a tea kettle, is it made of metal? If it's made of metal, where'd they get the metal? Do they have a mine somewhere? Or does it get imported? If there's imports, where does that come from? And so I overthink. And so when I do my backgrounds and stuff, I try to overthink where it's like if I'm designing a bedroom, I can't put a computer in there. Or if it's a desk,
Hmm.
what kind of size of the desk or what's it used for? Or I'm trying to really get into like finding a timeline or like era that I like. And so I've been trying to think if I have furniture, what's the aesthetic of the furniture? Do they all match? If something's trending in the universe, like if jeans are trending, are they called jeans or are they fake jeans? And so yeah, you can really tell in the backgrounds when you sit down and you like look at it and zoom in with your eyes. You're like, what is that? And then you're like, oh, that's weird. That's kind of witchy. And then you're like, oh, because they're witches. You're like, that makes sense.
Yes, no, that was me.
Yeah, that was that was the vibes. I was like, if they're witches, what would witches use? And
Hmm.
just anything and everything that's like kind of artsy or kind of naturey in a way, or pots made of clay, lots of clay things, handmade stuff, but also what still feels kind of modern because I wanted it to feel kind of a little modern. But that's hard
Hmm.
because plastic doesn't exist in that world. So if there's no plastic, what's
Hmm.
stuff made out of? Or yeah, there's no computers, or how does electricity work? So I tried to really invent like they use phones at some point, but I had to invent phones that are based around magic rather than electricity. And it's
It's
I'm
like it's
glad
fantasy,
Yeah.
but making it make sense.
exactly, which is it's
Yeah.
difficult, but after a while you just kind of get creative with it and then it becomes fun. So I'm glad to know Apollo that you really liked that because I spent too long thinking.
I am like a big Easter egg hunter and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and so I will
I
sit
love
and
that.
like look at a panel for like
Oh,
30
I'm
Yeah.
so
minutes.
glad.
Like I watched videos before where people are like, "Oh, people only look at the panels for 5 seconds." I'm like, not me.
Yeah,
Like,
not me either.
like
Same.
Dissecting the whole
I just
thing.
love your background. I love the background so much.
yes.
Like, yeah.
Thank you. To I've
Lit-
it was a joke for a while. But when I was working on the comic like a while back, and I had to do a scene which got cut because I didn't really have time and it didn't really fit. Um, but I drew every brick for every single panel by hand,
Oh
and
my god.
everybody who knew me thought I was insane. And I was like, I'm like, sorry guys,
Same.
I wanted it to look good, and they're like, you're nuts. So
Still,
I'm
couldn't you
glad.
do something like that too?
Yeah.
With
I'm on the same
acrylic
page as you.
or like
Yeah.
Yeah.
cobblestone?
So I'll just conclude. Shorby's insane, but
I
I feel like
am. I
I feel
am.
like we kind of already knew that though.
Yes. Head empty except for world building.
Head empty, but there's like that one corner that's like
Exactly.
the
There's like
hamster on the wheel, like
it's
Like a
full
corner.
force.
the comic section of my brain is firing 24/7. The other section is like
Not so much.
okay. It's like it's fine.
That's literally me,
It's
except
chilling.
that's like my whole brain. Like my whole brain is like everything is
The
fine,
artist
world
life.
burns down, except for when
Exactly.
there's a spider. Then I go into fight or flight.
Oh yeah.
Fists are up here kicking. Why? Why not?
Exactly. So thinking about like, you were talking about your world building and
Yep.
talking about like some of the other stuff that you guys are kind of using to develop your series. Were there any techniques? Like share with us like how you made these masterpieces. Like I'm so curious. Uh uh
I didn't hear the question. Sorry, your voice
Oh,
got cut off.
sorry. Were there any specific techniques that you used, May, when you were making your comic to like make this amazing series come to life?
Techniques as in like
Like
world building techniques?
no, just in general, like something that you use to like draw faster, or maybe when you were writing, maybe there was a
Ah,
method that you used that helped you with your writing, like the hero's journey or anything like that.
no, no, my writing is a mess. Don't ask me about my writing process.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because
What
like.
a mood.
whenever,
ooh.
whenever I came up with ideas, I would like write down stuff. Yeah, the one thing that I did do was I made a Google Doc about like, and it was called like idea dump or something like that. Whenever I would watch any media or see any memes, and then it would like spark some idea in my brain, I would instantly go there and write it down. Yeah, it's still there. It's like several pages long. It's filled with ideas. So I had like about say 120 episodes, like not completely planned, but
Oh my god.
just like the potential, like this could happen in this episode and so on. Like
Mhm.
this is what the characters would go through, like basically like story arcs and stuff like that. That is something that I did too. And the thing that I did for backgrounds was I was actually so what I usually do is I use 3D backgrounds, but then I wanted to make this specific world for which I did not find the backgrounds that I was looking for exactly. So I used some basic 3D models and then I drew on top of it so that I get the result that I want. And I also took some extra time to do that because usually when you're working on a webtoon, there's like a super time crunch. Um, but I found this really useful pen on Clip Studio Paint, which gave me like this feel of a hand-drawn line, but it was actually the line tool. Like I just had to like like randomly pull a line and it would look as though I had like, drawn the entire thing with my hand. So that was um useful for me to get that effect.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
No, no, thank you so
Mhm.
much for sharing. Like, what about you, Shorby? Did you have any techniques?
So my biggest like I'm really into writing, but I'm terrible at writing. I have like dyslexia or something. I don't know what I got, but I have
So
something
me.
that makes typing bad. So instead, whenever I'm making my comics, I first of all, I'm one of those people where I listen to music and then I make AMVs in my head about my OCs and I'm like, I'm gonna animate that, and then I never
Mm,
do. I do that.
say,
That's such a
But
mood.
but
I think we are
instead,
the same person.
I think we might be. We
Because
have so much in common.
everything you say, I'm like same.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what I do is I try to consume a lot of media that seems like the right energy, like yeah, music, well, art, like music, stories that have the same kind of vibes I like, things like that. My house, ever since I started, well, not my house, I live in the basement, but ever since I started my comic, I have been collecting from thrift stores anything that looks like it would be in my comic. And so my like my room and space has slowly become like a room from my comic with things that look like witch stuff or like pieces of shelving or random, like, I don't know, like tchotchke stuff that I'm like, that would be in my world. And so I have references around me all the time. And I also do this thing where like concept art is so important, like with any kind of media, like concept art is super, super helpful. And so my sketchbook has become this very dangerous place where if you open it, you will be spoiled for my entire comic because anytime a scene pops in my head and I'm like, I want that to happen, I draw it in my sketchbook or I make an illustration or anything, and then I either pin it around my room so I don't forget it, or I keep it there and I go back, which is great because it kind of ties into like, I know Webtoon, especially in their newsletters, have been talking about outlines a lot. I didn't even realize I've been making outlines this entire time, where it's like points of my story and where I want them to be and how to get there. I never realized I was doing that, but it was all the concept art. If you piece it together, it's the whole story. So that's been really helpful because then I know how to get to places because I have the visuals of what they look like. And notes. Notes are so important. I have sticky notes that'll be like, oh, I want this type of witch to have this kind of power, or I think this power should be affected by this, and things like that. Especially when you're doing magic and power dynamics, you need to really piece stuff together. So I have notes. Anytime I've ever thought of something, I've written it down, shoved it in my sketchbook, and then I know where it is. And then that way, when I think to myself, oh, I need to design a room, how do I think of this? This character is very musical. She's got like flirty, fun energy. What would she like? And then I think that witch item's cool. That item fits. And then I slowly grab everything. Or I think I need a scene that feels very romantic, very quiet, very intimate. I'm like, I have a concept art for that. I'm like, I know where to go. And so it's helped me with making plot points and also helped me invent new characters to push the plot, because I've had characters where I'm like, I need somebody to show up and say this, or I need somebody to push the narrative in this direction, but I don't have anybody yet. And then I'm like, okay, here's like a mini antagonist, or here's a new friend to help them along the way. And it's kind of made it so I have this big web and I just piece everything together instead of having to think, okay, I have one. How do I make the next episode? And how do I make this now? Instead, it's all there. I'm just basically drawing at this point and coming up with silly dialogue. So that's
Oh, that's such a unique, yeah, that's such a unique process.
It's a weird process, and anytime somebody's been like, "How do I make a comic?" I'm like, "Don't listen to me." I'm like, "Don't." I'm
That's
like,
such a mood.
yeah, because
I
everyone's
don't know.
like so many people are like, I make scripts and then I follow a script, or I do all this and then I do that, and I can't like do that. My brain won't let me sit down and write something, because if I write a script, it just feels wrong. I have to verbally say it out loud. So like any dialogue in my comic, even characters with like silly accents and things like that, like I have a character with like a Scottish accent, I have to physically out loud say what they're saying. And if it sounds wrong, I don't put it in there.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah. I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I look
Exactly.
like a lunatic working on my comic, but it works. So I'm not upset.
Oh my God, I have anxiety. Like, like when you said you collect things and put them around your room,
Yeah.
as like a purebred minimalist, I would
Oh,
die.
yeah.
Oh
I'd
my
be like,
No,
god.
I'm a
God.
maximalist. I love stuff.
Oh no. I'm not constantly throwing stuff away. Like I'll buy
Ooh.
something and throw it away the next week. Like,
Oh, wow.
oh, that stressed me.
I could
I'm a
never.
collector of things. I love things. But, well, as you could tell from the comic, I put too much in the backgrounds. I'm like, how do I add even more?
Oh,
I
you
love
know what? I do
stuff.
that in The Sims, actually. I love clutter
I
in The
love The Sims.
Sims. Like, okay,
so
I'm
funny.
getting distracted. M, what are your techniques?
I had an idea in my head the whole time, and now I kind of forgot.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
no.
okay.
Oh
Because
no.
you talk about like putting like a Google Doc and throwing everything we got. We got one. It's messy. It's very messy, but I think what we got, and I think that will keep people around for those that are interested, is because we got a lot of symbolism, and we're trying to go like some Greek myths, you know, tarot cards and stuff like that, and we're trying to assign each character to that kind of stuff, zodiac signs and stuff. So that way each character is more fleshed and not just like a face in the crowd. And even like background characters that are not as important to the story than the main characters. So it's the kind of stuff that people have to like focus on the comic, on the story and everything to be able to make those links and like butterfly effects. So I think it's the kind of stuff that will really be the technique to keep people around.
Yeah.
And for the other thing we did to make it more like a universe that is complete and welcoming, we had this character contest. So we had people throw in their ideas for their characters, what they would be in the universe of Written and Gunpowder. So we got,
Oh, I missed it. Oh no.
oh, I wish you would
I would
go
have
and,
been so interested. Yeah.
oh, but yeah, it was very fun because we had the take of people that are following us, reading the comic, what they had in mind, and those who fits in the story will get thrown in. So it's like a little Easter
Wow.
egg cameo. So it makes it more like a community than just a product you watch from the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
That's so
So
fun.
still, if you had something to add.
Yep.
No, I do not have anything to
So,
add, I think. You summed it up really good.
I'm the yapper, the poster
Yeah.
child.
Oh, no worries, no worries. We know Phil has tons and tons of wisdom over there, so we
But I'm the only
appreciate
one
all
getting
the
it.
inputs. Uh, y'all are too funny. Y'all are cracking me up. I will say that when you think about techniques, like I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with them because what Shorty was kind of saying about how chaotic he is, like people ask him,
Yeah.
like, how do you make a comic? I don't know. I just live my
Yeah,
life.
literally. I'm like, I just make stuff, dude.
Sometimes I think that's like the right approach though. Like everybody has to figure out like the madness for themselves, like what
Mhm.
works for them, what techniques work for them. And sometimes there's not like a name for a technique, like or at least that you know of. Like you just
To
do it.
me,
Yeah.
it's like as long as you remember where your story is, where it should end, you're good. As long as
Yeah,
you got a
pretty much.
way
Exactly.
to keep
hmm.
kind of a grasp on it, you should be fine, no matter how you do it.
Just do what feels right, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If it works for you, if
it's
it
like
ain't
we
broke,
kind of
don't fix
know.
it.
It's like we kind of know where the comic will end ish. It's just a matter of getting there. So as long as we don't forget that, we should be good.
Yeah, because we kind
Yeah.
of just did two last episodes. They were improvisation,
Yeah, they were all
basically.
improv because it wasn't planned. It was in the role play. We were like, oh, we're gonna add that. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and we're just adding as we go because it's what feels right. And so far, this kind of like improv is working, so we'll try to keep it that way.
Yeah, we know
Yeah,
where
I
to
love that.
go, but improvise along the way.
Yeah, sometimes just going with your gut is the best way to go. Like sometimes sticking strictly to the script can be a little restricting. So I like to hear that. Like we deviated from the path a little bit, but we're gonna get back on track. Like s- and
If
what
it
I'm trying
adds to the story, it's good. If it
yeah,
doesn't, it's a problem.
Yeah. But it's useful to have some kind of an idea like where you're going that like just an outline or something. That's what I feel. Because otherwise I mean at least I tend to deviate a lot. Like so it if you want to stick to a certain theme, it's useful if you have like an idea of where you're going. Like it doesn't need to be very detailed, just just an outline of stuff.
exactly. And while we're giving tips, I'd be curious to hear like do you guys think entering the contests helps creators? Like, does it help them grow? Does it help their skills? Does it help with exposure? Like, what are your thoughts on this? Uh, why don't you start, M or Sil?
Yeah.
One of you two.
I think it. Well, for it depends for who we're talking about because, like, for both of us, we're both very competitive, and we want to like get better, improve, and go further than we expected, and it's very much about challenging ourselves.
Mhm.
So for someone who's very driven by competition and stuff like that, it's the best way to just project yourself into it. For us, I think it's definitely a good way because otherwise, maybe we would have done like maybe I don't know, a chapter after 2 months. Like now
Yeah.
we pumped them in 2 weeks. We were driven. So
And we
it's a
had a
goal.
deadline. That's
Yes,
important.
exactly.
Mhm.
And because we had a deadline, we were locked in. So I think if it's a personality that fits that, definitely. If it's ruining your mental health, maybe don't. So it's basically my take on that. It's like don't ruin your health over this, but if you're having fun and it's not impacting you badly, go ahead. And for the exposure, I guess we got some, but it's not the thing I would rely on to get more because it's not really going much further than people joining the contest, I guess. I don't know if you had something to add still.
Hmm.
No.
So it's just chilling.
Yeah.
Homie's vibing.
So what about you, Chiku? Chiku.
Hmm. I don't know about growing my skills, but it definitely pushed me to take the leap and actually post something because I really wanted to make my own webtoon for a long time now. I think for like 6 years now, probably. But I was just hesitating to take the leap and actually start posting because I was not very confident about my writing skills. So having this contest available as a platform, I feel like I got the boost to take a leap and actually, like I don't know if I grew my skills, like my writing skills, but I definitely tried. And as for the exposure, I don't think like okay, this is my opinion, but I think Webtoon did not advertise it well enough for
Yeah.
people to get any professional exposure. But I did gain a lot of fellow artists there.
I
And
mean,
yeah, so
the good thing is that we, as a community, managed to like know more people, find new
yeah,
friends, and that helped
Mhm.
with exposure by joining in other creators, I guess.
yeah. Like I really think if I wouldn't like if I would have posted my comic without it being a part of a contest, I don't think I would have gotten so many
Oh
like
yeah, same.
readers or
Mhm.
yeah, like even I got a lot of feedback from the community as well. Like I don't think that would have been possible if it was not for the contest. Like
Yeah,
creating that contest Discord group was a great idea because we were all in the same boat and we were all helping each other out
Mhm,
and it
mhm.
Mhm.
was really helpful. It was a great time.
Yeah, I feel like there were so many good things that came out of the contest. Like regardless whether you won or lose or lost.
Mm,
Mhm.
What about you,
yeah.
Shorby? What did you take away? Like what are your thoughts?
I think like because I've been doing like random web comics that didn't go anywhere for a very long time. I think the difference between just posting on somewhere like Canvas or like other websites, um, the difference is it's a very slow, consistent grind. Like I've spent random years on things, and it's like you have to be very consistent with your schedule. Like it doesn't have to be an episode a week; it could be like an episode a month, but you have to stick to schedules and things like that. Um, and it's so like you got to promote and you got to hope people see it, and consistency is
Mm,
key because the more they see your face, the more they're willing to click on it. And I think the contest specifically, since it was such a specific deadline, that did help push viewership more, because instead of like
mm,
years of like little posting, instead you're forced to post in a very specific time frame, so those years are kind of crunched a bit, not to the same degree, but to a bit more of a like, how do I want to say this? Like, instead of your comic having one view forever, instead it's like
mm,
you might get one view tomorrow because somebody's looking at the Webtoon contest page or they're scrolling. Like, it didn't have the
yeah.
best advertisement, but it was still a bit more like there was a bit more engagement there than the casual person scrolling through Canvas,
yeah,
because
definitely.
Yeah, because like a lot of times when people are on Canvas, they judge it very quickly by art style or synopsis or how many posts it has or how many followers it has or anything. But with this contest, when it first started, there were like everybody started from zero. And so if you liked something, it was typically because something about it resonated with you that made you want to keep reading, which I think helped a lot with readers for the fact that they're more engaged to come back next time you post. Or even if you didn't win or didn't make it to shortlist or wherever, you still have people that were like, hey, I read all 6 episodes you updated. I really like that. Are you going to continue? Compared to, oh yeah, they post like once a month. I don't know if they're ever coming back. It's fine. So I think it did help in a way for getting a bit more of people that were invested and wanted you to win and wanted you to be there. And they're like, oh, I'm going to keep promoting your stuff. I'm going to keep talking about it to my friends because I want you to go further. I think that really helped push readers. Exposure, though, genuinely, like, even though, hey, on the shortlist, I think I got maybe 10 more followers.
Oh yeah,
like
the rating went down too.
Literally, ratings went down. They had to get rid of ratings. Like it was.
Yeah.
I don't think people realized a lot of the people that did read the contest entries were other artists, which is great unless people get upset about something. Then it's not very great because ratings and whatnot. But because of that, you know, even if you promote your stuff and do all this, like any kind of promo, whether it's towards, hey, check out Instagram, Twitter, wherever, like it only goes so far. You have to convince people to follow you on those social media, or vice versa. Like I know some people made tweets about it, or they made TikTok videos, and it's very difficult to push your viewership and your like commenters onto the actual comic. It's very much like content creation that way. Moving your fandom around is difficult. So gaining exposure, I think more people read it and saw it, but I don't think it got people to other platforms, because I know some people were like, oh my god, if I win, I'm gonna become famous. And it's like, I don't think that's how that works, guys. Like, honest opinion, like it might help a little, but I don't think that's gonna be how
it's
it
not
works.
getting everything out.
Yeah.
No.
And if I can add something, I think a lot of people also read the other comics just to know who they were against. Like, since it's a competition.
Yeah, so
like, I did it as well. Like, you know, you look at it and you're trying to make like, oh, I think this is gonna go forward. This is my guess. Oh, I like this one. I don't like this one, but I still think
people
it's gonna go
guessing.
forward. Yeah, and I think
for sure,
if you're slightly obsessed like I am, you're gonna try to dissect everything while you're waiting because it's all you can do. And I think it's what happens too. Like, some people might have read everything and maybe were sour about it because they didn't like the genre or something like that. So they didn't continue reading further after the contest was closed and they were not in or something like that. So I think this is the main issue when it's other creator that is making your fan base instead of like readers. I still think like everyone, well, personally, I'm writing this comic with Sil, but I'm still reading many webcomics and I enjoy it. So I think it's going to be a different game if we get advertised more and we get more people to read into it. So it's maybe more that for exposure.
I agree, because viewership, if for a lot of people after the shortlist came out, plummeted, and that's okay. No one really talks about that, but it did happen, and that's all right.
It was a bit disheartening. Like, it was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because it's like for the people that did get to the shortlist, it's like you're then asked to make more episodes, but then it's like you feel like nobody's reading anymore and nobody cares, and you're like, dang, that kind of sucks, guys. But we persevere.
like that's why I'm like, I feel like we have to be supportive as creators, because it's kind of like, if you were to get shortlisted, wouldn't you want that support as well?
Mhm.
So sometimes I'm like, there's a lot of like layers to this, to be
It's very
honest.
nuanced, like
Mm-hmm.
gray
Yeah.
area for everything.
And it's also the
Mhm.
fact that if it was a different judging panel, maybe the whole shortlist would be different. It's
Oh yeah,
not a
for sure.
matter of being better than anyone
True.
else. It's just like, this is what fit the bill today. It might
Oh,
not fit the bill tomorrow or yesterday.
yes. Yes, say
Mhm.
it for the people in the back.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think people understand how subjective a story is. Like, a story could do everything right that entered this contest. Great art, great story, great character
Mhm.
designs, amazing themes.
Strong pomo.
Yeah, yeah,
They
fit
actually
with
posted
the
on social
Webtoon
media.
audience, and then like,
Yeah.
yeah, could have blown up, gone viral on socials, and then
Yeah.
Webtoon's just like, hee hee, we're not gonna pick you. Like,
Yeah, they're like, that's not what we want right
Mm-hmm.
now.
so I feel like there's so much to be involved in a contest like this, and just remembering that like this is not based off of any sort of like legit parameters, like another contest, like
Mhm.
where,
It's
who
not the
scored the most
Olympics.
points,
Yeah.
obviously they're the best. Like, it's so different from that.
It's part of being a judge thing. Like it's like
Yeah.
actual horses, and it's judged.
Mhm.
It's not because you're the fastest. It's because the judge like that better. And it's one
Yeah.
day you're gonna win, and the next one you might not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
person by
Mm-hmm.
person basis. Everyone likes
Yeah,
something different. And I think understanding your audience and directing and focusing on your audience can help you, especially mentally. Because like that's a big thing for me. And I've talked to Apollo about this. If you understand who you want to make stuff for and you know who are going to enjoy your comic, when you have people that are like, God, I just don't like your stuff, dude. It sucks. You know, it's not really you. It's just not for them.
yeah,
And
Right.
like,
exactly.
because
Mm-hmm.
that's very
Yeah.
different from constructive criticism. Like constructive criticism could be like, hey, like your perspective's a bit off. Was that intentional? Like that's different than being like, dude, your thing sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
And I think it's important
exactly.
as artists to always be willing to improve
for
and to
sure.
Mm-hmm.
take
Mm-hmm.
certain
Yeah.
criticism, but also be able to dissociate from the people that are just trying to bring you
Hmm.
down. Because of
Yes.
course,
Yeah.
nothing is going to be
It's so
perfect. Like
important.
we all have more to learn. Always going to be a journey. But you have to be able to be like, okay, this is not going to affect me, but I'm going to try to work more on this and that. And it's all about improving.
Exactly.
Yeah, art is
Yeah.
a lifelong
I'm
commitment.
always looking for feedback and criticism because I always feel like I can improve more. So I'm always on the lookout for that. But then if someone is just being like mean, then I ignore them.
Mood.
And I don't know for you
There are,
guys, but just looking back at the first three chapters, there's so much stuff I would like to change because I'm like, I was overthinking
say,
this. This
yeah.
is crook. I
Yeah.
don't like that. But
Oh,
people
Mm.
don't see it. We see it.
when you go to originals, you'll change it. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Dude,
If
that's
I
a
we
hear
go
that
there.
vibe.
pre-production is brutal.
Oh my god.
So I'm manifesting for you guys and being a little
Fingers
guru as
crossed.
well.
Oh, thank you.
Fingers
We're,
fully crossed.
we're
Fully
gonna
crossed.
hope.
So also, I just want to take a moment and highlight. We're not going to ask this
Oh my
question, but
gosh.
like,
Oh,
you gave us the spice.
oh.
Like,
We're
yeah,
here for it.
It was just for social media, guys.
it's not an Apollo stream if there's not an ab rating. Like,
It's how to get the audience.
can we get a rating for the abs, please? Like, is it a 10 or is it 100? Like, it's so good. Like, oh man, I just wanted to say, Chick, you again, your designs top tier. I
I
love
really
them
want to
Oh,
put a ring
Mhm.
on this man.
thank
Oh my god.
so
That's
much.
so true.
Oh man, the jewelry. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna move to the next page.
Tasteful.
So let's
you.
just. I wanted to ask this final question to you guys. So looking back at your experience, what do you think was the most important factor in your success? Like, what was there something specific that you just feel like, yeah, that really hit? That's probably why I was shortlisted. Like, can you think of anything? What do you think, Shorby? Start us off.
Um,
Oh
I,
my good grief! Why did I do that to myself?
you picked the wrong one. I definitely think having a goal in mind is a good idea, and I don't mean like crazy goals. Like you can shift the goalpost depending on how far you get, but like I'm pretty sure everybody here can agree their goal was enter the contest and at least post something. That's like the main goal. And then move it from there. So it's like, oh, I finished 3 episodes and everybody really liked it, but they want to see this in the next one. I'm going to try and do that next. I'm going to push myself to try that next time. Or it's like, I was able to make this episode in a week and I know I can cut down my time to this without hurting yourself. Guys, do not hurt your health. I swear to God. But it's like, I can push this by this, like making yourself have things to work towards, I think is really helpful. Like, and I think even people on the shortlist, everybody's like, once they hit the shortlist, they're like, okay, I made it. I hit one goal. What's my next goal? And it doesn't have to be like the big, like I was literally joking about this before we started the stream, but it's like everybody has a different goal. Like some people's goal is like, guys, I want to win the big money, go home, super crazy. And I was like, I want an iPad. I was like, I just want an iPad.
Whatever.
That's my goal. Like, even if I don't go anywhere, I want to buy myself an iPad just to be like, good job. And I think having something to just kind of push yourself and inspire yourself is a great way to stay focused. And I think it can bring you success. Like I would have quit my comic by now if I didn't have people commenting being like, oh my God, I love this or whatever. And just little wins, like people liked it or people loved this character or I got a piece of fan art or little things, or even the goal of like someday I want a plushie. Like I've been saying that for 3 years, guys. I'm always like, my goal, I want a plushie. And it's like, until I get my plushie, I'm still working towards it. So if it's not this contest, it's going to be something else, you know? And I think having stuff that inspires you to keep going, even like I said, even if it's something as simple as a comment where someone's like, I love this, please make more. It gives you motivation instead of thinking, oh my God, because if you, I swear, if you keep in the mentality of if I don't win, this is going to happen to me. If I don't win, it's over.
It's not the
Please
way.
don't do that. It's not the way. You got to focus on little things and little victories. Because if like the amount of things where you can let your brain go, oh my God, if I don't win, my life is over. No, that's not how to think. Please don't think that. Because I know it's easy, but it's easy to think that. But genuinely, hey, little goals. I want to like little things like I want to make a plushie of my character someday. Didn't get shortlisted. That's okay. Keep working on your comic, and then maybe post it on another platform or try putting it on somewhere that's not a comic posting platform and try there. Like work towards a goal that's not, like, I don't want to say stereotypical, but not like, oh my God, I want the big money, and if I don't get that, I'll be sad.
It's like dream big, but reduce your expectation.
Yeah. Because like
True.
I watch a lot of reality television. Not surprisingly, I watch.
Are you watching Love Island?
Trash TV.
Surprisingly, not watching Love Island. But I watch like a lot of Amazing Race, and a big thing for me when I watch that show is when some people get first place. And the main guy's like, hey, so you just won a trip to here and all this money. And they go, that's okay. That's all right. Compared to the people that start going like, oh, I did. I won. Oh, my God. Like the vast difference of, okay, that not what I wanted, but okay. Compared to people that had no expectations and were just shocked out of their mind. It's like, I would rather be the person who has no expectations and be shocked out of my mind just because, it feels better. It feels like you've earned something more than you lost something or you could have done better. When in reality, sometimes what you've produced currently and the goals you hit were your best self currently. And I think that's good because, you're not going to be at your peak all the time. And this contest came at a very odd time for a lot of people. And having really crazy goals, can hurt when you don't hit them. So I think having a bunch of little goals, I posted this many updates. I hit my timeline or I posted about it on social media. I did what I could. I hit my goals. I'm happy. And then if you move forward, you can make more goals. I think that's probably an important mindset to have. That's my ramble.
That's so
That's my
true.
Just
ramble.
okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I agree. I completely agree with you.
Mm.
It's pretty
I,
much how we felt being on the shortlist as well. It was like we hoped for it. We thought we
Mm-hmm.
had the chance,
Yeah,
but we were
same.
not
Yeah, it's like
expecting
it'd be
it.
cool, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
if it doesn't happen,
exactly.
I'm not
all of
gonna be
us.
too sad.
And then we freaked out for like a week straight.
Yeah.
as you
I was in
should. Most
denial for a
agree.
long time.
Oh my god, I love that. So like mindset was kind of like a
Yeah.
big factor.
I think it's a
What
big
about
thing.
you, May? Or Chick you?
Well, I think, yeah, I agree with the mindset as well because I started out with the same thing. It'll be great if I win something, but then it's
Mhm.
not like the end of the world. So that was not my end goal really. My end goal was to have fun and my readers to also have fun. So that's all I thought about. Like, oh, this could be like a really fun scene. And I always had my readers in mind as well,
Mhm.
while writing and making stuff. Like even when I was doing character designs, I was like, let's make this. Like, let's make this
What would the audience
more.
like?
Yeah, exactly.
How many
Yeah,
abs can we
like
put in here?
exaggerate,
Count the abs.
ex-
Yeah.
exaggerate some features here and there and stuff. So yeah, I otherwise I just agree with whatever Shorby said.
Y'all are just one brain cell at this point. Like
Dude,
y'all are the
just go
same
with the
person.
vibes. Like
Yeah,
it's
go with the
just
vibe, have fun,
do your
and just
thing.
don't expect much. Like as I said, I have my life's mantra is what Zendaya says in in Nowhere Home is expect disappointment and you'll never get disappointed.
Exactly. I
Exactly.
feel the same way.
Oh, Chick you, that's iconic. Like I love that.
Yeah.
I love
You can
that.
just be, I called it.
So what about you, Sil? And
Still, do you want to start it? Should I?
Uh, the most important factors for us, I think, was our teamwork. I think, right?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh.
It got.
Oh, sorry. I think the most important factor for us in uh, in the contest was our teamwork.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that it was very different from what Webtoon usually is. It's like we don't see that many westerns,
Yeah.
and like
mm-mm-mm.
we love some cowboys, like we love it,
Mm-hmm.
and we wanted to give like some of that content for other people that might like it, and like in this world right now, like I feel since Red Dead Redemption, I guess, Western has become bigger and bigger, and still we stayed relevant, but somehow there's no webcomic. Well, like there's very few, maybe one or
Hmm.
three, maybe.
Mm.
So yeah, I think being different and just be ourselves, not try to be someone else and make some content for, I don't know, just to fit in, is just be like passionate and the right people will come along. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess authenticity. I think it's what brought the most success. The most success, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Hmm.
Like see everybody has so many different factors that they took away from this contest that I think just really sum up the fact that like everybody's on their own journey. Like
Hmm.
so I feel like I learned so much from all of you. I took away so many different points. I wrote down so many notes while we were talking. I love it. I love it. Like
And I think at the end of the day, we just are all here, everyone that was in the contest, because we love art, we love comics,
It's
we
true.
love sharing stories, and because we made the shortlist doesn't make us different from the rest of the
mhm,
entrants.
mhm.
Just want to talk about
So
our OCs all day,
yes,
just like
exactly.
everyone
We just
else.
want to we just want
True.
to yap
OC
and
propaganda all day, every day, guys.
absolutely. So I think the main point is really like we're just like every other entrance. It's just that we were lucky enough that our work was selected and was noticed more this time. So yeah, definitely this aspect of like we're just here because we love it.
Oh, I love that. That's a perfect way to wrap up this episode. Like,
I'm glad.
Yeah.
like I don't even have any closing comments anymore. I'm like, okay, come yap for me on stream.
You're gonna engage me.
Like between you and
I have
Shelby,
one
I
thing
don't
to
need to
add.
do.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
May.
Yeah, so what I feel is that each company has like different things that work for them. Like basically, even I've seen with webtoons, like every year they have some new thing going on. Like this is the kind of comics that we want on in our platform. Especially when like the last contest happened in 2022, which was just about action comics. I guess they just
Mhm.
wanted that genre in. So I think like this is just for this contest, I think they really had like a certain thing in mind, like a certain kind of comics in mind. So that's what they ended up choosing. So uh, if you like, if somebody didn't get shortlisted, it doesn't mean that their comic doesn't work or isn't good enough or something. It's just that that's what Webtoon wants. Like it's not what Webtoon wants right now. They just chose the comics that
Mhm.
they want at this moment, like uh, this year probably, or the
I
upcoming few years.
I totally agree with that. I literally, I I also said this Apollo in private. um, I was shocked because I didn't think witches were going to be popular, and then I saw how many witches were picked, and I was like, huh? I was like, wait, they like this again? They like witches? So like, I
Yeah.
guess that was something that they were looking for this year, is that kind of series as one of their potential
Mhm.
things, which is crazy because last year, other years, they've it's not been popular. So it's definitely like your time will come. You just have to keep trying, and that's with anything, whether it's an audition for something or an application or a contest. People are looking for what they're looking for, and you just have to let them do their thing, and then eventually it will hit you because sometimes you hit it right on the nail the first try, sometimes you don't, and it's
Mhm.
annoying,
And
but I've applied
sometimes
for
it's
so much random stuff. That's how
sometimes
it
it's
is.
just that you don't knock at the right door with the right
It's
content.
true.
So you have
Yeah.
Yeah.
to just readjust and be like, okay, this company is not aligning with
Hmm.
me, so maybe this one will. And like
Yeah.
it's the same with the audience. You cannot ask someone to like something that they are
For
not
sure.
invested in. So it's
Yeah.
just a matter of finding your audience along the way.
Yeah, and if you give up,
Mhm.
you'll never you're not going to go any further cuz like the minute you give up, there is no more content that you can put out into the world, and then you can't get opportunities. So
Yeah.
if you just keep making stuff, keep trying, opportunities will come eventually. It's just
hmm
depends
hmm
on when it is.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Hashtag don't give up.
that's perfectly said. Because there is like an aspect of some creators will work on their series for decades, and then
Hmm.
like later in life, like they never gave up on it, but now it's a massively popular series. So
Oh yeah.
it just there's so
Yeah.
many aspects to this where
You
it's
have to
like
do it for you first and then let
yeah.
it happen.
Hmm.
Exactly, exactly. I fully support that, M. Like that is kind of my entire belief in
I bring my
anything
wisdom.
creative. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hashtag
Yes.
wisdom.
We're all one brain cell at this point. Like we're all in
Yeah.
harmony. Perfect
We're all
harmony.
equally dumb.
So with that, this will conclude our shortlist conversation, and let's jump into questions and answers. So if anybody has a question you would like to ask these very wise, very talented
So big
creators,
brain. So smart.
yes,
Come
yes,
up with
yes,
us.
like
Yes.
Mojo Jojo level
Yep.
intelligence,
We know what's up. Get it, chat. Come
please,
on.
We
please
just want
ask them your
friends.
Our
questions.
brains are spilling out.
Talk to
Okay.
They're
us.
so big.
Okay, I do have a fun question for you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I always like to do these. Okay, out of these four, which one would you pick? Lion, otter, golden retriever, or beaver?
Otter. For real, for real.
Why?
Lion.
Yeah, lion.
I hope I don't have to fight it.
What about you? What
But
about you,
what's the
Tiku? You
context?
you don't
I
get
I
any
need to know
context.
that.
No context.
Why? Okay, tell
Because
me the options again.
lion, otter,
Hmm.
golden retriever, and beaver.
Beaver because we're Canadian.
Oh, that's true.
I feel
If
attacked.
if Chikyu was in the Matrix, you know that scene where he's like blue pill or red pill, you would be like, "What? Which one does what?"
You'd be like, can I just take a boat?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say otter.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
2 lions,
Yeah, it
2
does feel
otters.
like a trap.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah.
trap. So it was based off of this. This is what your personality relates
Oh.
to the most.
Ah.
Okay. So for you lion lovers, lions are natural born leaders.
Let's go, Phil.
Their
Mhm.
time frame is always now. So
Oh,
no
yeah.
matter what, they are doing whatever.
Definitely.
They are often threatened by questions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
However, they love to solve problems.
Yeah.
They demand allegiance from others and they are extreme doers. Their motto is, let's do it right now.
Bow to us.
Hmm.
Do you agree, Sil? I feel like
Yeah,
Sil's
yeah.
was no.
It's yes and no. It depends a little bit, but mostly yes.
I just find it funny that we both chose the same one.
That is funny. I wasn't
That's why you
expecting
two
that.
work.
I was like, oh, like, okay, y'all are literally the same pack.
Same headspace they got.
Like, I was totally thinking it was going to be like, oh, we're 2 different animals that learn to work together. No, y'all are in the same
Absolutely
tribe.
not.
Got it. Okay. So for otters, your personality is I just want to have fun. I'm always
Yeah.
here for the vibe. I'm very excitable. I like to cheerlead and I love to yap.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
You would have guessed. Oh, no.
Your,
You know
we're
why I
the same
chose
brain
an
cells.
otter?
Yeah.
Because I thought an otter would be the easiest one to fight with.
Oh,
I
Like
love
the
that.
easiest one to defeat in a fight.
damn.
you're like, I would not have picked this one if it was personality based.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so your motto is trust me, it will work out. I can talk my way out of it.
Dude, yes.
It's like, hold
Literally
the
me.
beer.
Literally me.
I got this.
Oh man, I love it. So no beavers and no retrievers for this one, but I thought that was a fun. I try
Lions
to
and
find these
otters.
little random fun things to yap about with
It's
you
so
guys. for a
funny.
minute.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so I don't think we have any questions this
No, I
round
don't think
table.
we
Why
have.
no questions? What the
People,
heck?
what are you doing?
They're like, you guys are just so smart.
Oh,
You
we-
explained everything so well. We just
Y'all-
don't need to ask.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
thank
covered
goodness.
everything.
Oh, we got one.
We got one. Talk said, to my fellow shortlisters, we had less than 3 weeks to complete the 4 new episodes. How did you make the deadline without going completely insane?
Y'all
Well,
had
for
4,
us
I
it
had 2.
was 2.
Bold
Yeah.
of you to assume that I didn't go insane.
They had 4 in parentheses,
Yeah.
so like the
Yeah, I was
4
about to have a heart
silent.
attack. I was like,
Like I was like, oh my god, we had 2.
The comedy people had to make 4.
Yeah.
We had,
But
yeah,
less
we had
panel. I
4.
think it comes to the same at the end.
Yeah.
For us, I think
No, it doesn't actually.
Oh, does
We
it?
have less panels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But when we mesh everything together, it becomes the same
No, no,
number
no.
of panel, but different number of episodes total. Because we have
No, so you had 40 panels, right?
yeah.
And we had 15. So 40
Oh,
into
okay.
2 is 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then 15 for the yeah.
Okay, yeah.
My
For us,
math is really
damn.
I'm
I
a
think
fake Asian.
it went well for like not going insane because we were 2. But like the funny thing is that I'm literally blind. So some days I don't see well enough to draw and like we have to make it work anyway. So it's a bit of a struggle on that point. But we managed to actually finish our 2 episodes a few days before the deadline, but I was stressing like a hooker in the church. Like it was crazy. But yeah, it worked.
Mhm. My answer is that I went insane.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, I went completely insane because I was not getting the 10th episode right. Like in my head, like it wasn't like a good breaking point. So
Mm.
I kept working on the other episodes. But then the 10th one, I struggled with the script a lot, but I somehow I managed. I barely
And
slept, I think.
there
I
wasn't
must
time
have
to
slept like
nitpick
just 4
either.
hours a day.
Like you kind of had to
Yeah.
let it be. You could not just be like, "Oh, I need to change this. I want to change that." It's like it's
Mm-hmm.
now it's this and that's it.
Hmm.
That's what you get.
Yeah. And then I was like, if I've come so far, I shouldn't give up, you know. So I was
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
then
exactly.
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
end,
Mhm.
yeah.
I
So
dude,
I went insane, but I completed it.
I literally the minute I finished the last episode that I could submit before shortlist stuff, I then after I submitted that, I started the next episode
Yeah.
because
Oh.
I was like, even if I don't get shortlisted, I'm still gonna post it somewhere. So why not
Hmm.
just
And
work on it still? Because I'm in the flow right now. So I was
do
like,
you
I'll
want
do
to laugh
that.
about that? Same thing. We start
Yeah.
well. We're a team, you know. I was
Hmm.
freaking out. We didn't know if we made the shortlist or not. Still was chilling, playing games, and I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to wait. I'm just gonna work on this because if we get through, we're gonna be
Hmm.
Oh my
fine.
Yeah.
So
god,
he
what
was like,
game were
go,
you
go,
playing
go, go.
still?
It's gonna be like Red Dead. Did I guess?
uh, no,
Dang. Wait, yes. Wait, that's a yes.
no, it was not. I was
Dang
playing
it.
Ark at the time.
Oh.
Yeah,
And I was drawing. I was like, I'm
yeah.
restless. I cannot live
You
with this.
started the fourth episode, and like your part because you could work on that because you were
Yeah,
doing all the sketches for that.
for that part.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so it
So
worked
so it
out.
worked out because I was
Yeah.
stressed in advance, and then after that, still was stressed enough to like power through.
Hmm.
So it's like we're just sharing anxiety, but not at the same time. So
Mhm.
there's always one of us stressing.
So, Hiram asked, "Are you guys excited about the prospect of being originals, or do the horror stories about it give you pause?"
Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
Literally, like, I talked to my mom about this, right? Because like I know a big fear for everybody, well, not everybody, quotations, when it comes to making content or contest entries or comics in general, or even just signing with a company or anything like that, people get really nervous about things like their IP and whatnot because they're like, well, if I work for these people, what's going to happen to my stuff? I am one of those people where it's like I love Dandelion Tea with my whole heart, right? But it's
Hmm.
not my magnum opus. It's one of those things
Okay.
where it's like I love it. If somebody wants it and will give me a lot of money, I'm not gonna cry about it because I still own the characters. They're still mine. It's just things will change. And so I'm one of those people where it's like I'm very flexible with things I do. Like there are aspects about the story I don't want to change at all. But little things if they're like, hey, can you actually make it this many episodes instead of this many? Or can you I don't know, stuff like that. I'm like, sure. I will work with you to do it. And so I work really well in a lot of structure and a lot of places where people tell me like, hey, we need you to follow this format, we need you to do this. I do great in that. And so things like Webtoon as a company doesn't really scare me. You know, I've I've had part-time jobs. I've done retail. Retail's scary.
Yeah, it
um
is.
Retail is
like
so scary.
yeah. So I'm like, if somebody tells me, hey, we need you to do this, I'll be like, okay, sure. I'm not too terrified. I appreciate what they can do for you. And that's like a lot of companies or a lot of places that you end up working for in any kind of entertainment industry, regardless if it's streaming or comics or YouTube or things like that. A lot of the times you will have to make sacrifices to make whoever you're working for happy, but at the same time, they can open your doors to a lot of things that you wouldn't get otherwise. And to me, I think what I want fits a bit stronger with what they can give me rather than other things. Because, like I said, I want that plushie. I want a plushie.
I want
Um,
all of us to have
That
I
plushies.
iPad.
want I want that iPad. It's like I know for a fact that if I wanted to make my series into something that has some plushies and like that kind of merch, and maybe someday I do signings at a panel or something, like that's a lot of future goals for myself, um, I I know that if I did it on my own, it is physically possible to do it on your own. We've seen it many times
Mhm,
before.
mhm.
However, it is
Heartstopper.
difficult. Heartstopper is a great example. Like the
Hmm.
that is a perfect example of you can do it on your own. You don't need a company. Um, how much time and effort you want to put in yourself and how much money risk you want to put in yourself is another question. And so for me, I've weighed out the options. I was like, yo, mom, I'm okay with giving aspects of my stuff up to get a
Hmm.
job that pays me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cry if things about my story changes or the book deals I would want changes or things like that. It's not the end of the world. But it would open doors. And so I am one of the people that would be excited about becoming an original because I've weighed the options and weighed it out before I even entered the contest because I thought I don't want to waste people's time if I'm not fit for
Hmm.
this. Because,
Hmm.
it sucks to just go, actually, I've changed my minds, guys. Like, it's okay to do that, but I didn't want to get my hopes up and be like, wow, I did a thing. And then I'm like, I actually changed my mind. So,
And
Yeah.
honestly,
For
I'm kind
me,
of
like
feeling
I've
this.
dealt
Oh, go
with
ahead.
worse. Yeah.
Go.
No, I was saying that I've dealt with worse contracts and worse, like, sort of deadlines and stuff.
mhm.
And so I feel what really appeals to me about this contract and becoming an original is that I get to write my own story,
Oh, yeah, for
which
Yeah.
I
sure.
won't get. Yeah, which currently someone else, whenever I make comics, someone else writes it and I just draw. But then this gives me so much more freedom to sort of build my own characters and steer the story according to, my own um this thing. But yeah, the company is going to interfere and sort of, like, say, like, try to steer the story according to their own terms and conditions. But I'm fine with that. At least I
Mhm.
get to explore these characters more and this storyline more. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm
It also
fine
gives
with
you challenges
that's what.
too. Like writing
Yeah.
challenges because if they want it changed it's like okay I know my characters how do I get there like it just adds some spice to
Yeah.
it.
True. And I'm fine with that actually because they know their audience better, they know their readers better.
Yeah,
So
for
I
sure.
am fine with getting advice from their editors or things like that. So that,
Yeah.
yeah, so this is the main sort of appeal to me, that I get to work on the story that I have helped,
Hmm.
like I have built myself.
Oh, I actually like that point. I'm glad you mentioned that, Chickyu, because like I think people
Mm.
don't always think about the fact that like I don't think Webtoons is trying to sabotage originals when they make
No, I
these
No.
don't think so.
suggestions.
Hmm.
Like obviously they want you to be successful because that means more money for them.
And their
So
stuff
Yeah.
they know better, I guess, because like,
Hmm.
yeah,
yeah, as artists, you
Hmm.
want your thing to fit your mindset, but on a company standpoint, maybe it would not reach as much people as if the changes are made. So I think it's all a
Yeah.
matter of giving some, but taking some as well, and not letting them walk all over you. So I guess
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, as
also,
long as they, like, don't tell me to completely change,
yeah.
like, everything that I have done, which they won't, because then what's the point of holding a competition with a
And why would they
particular
choose
story?
you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
why would they
literally.
choose? Yeah, exactly. Why
And
would they choose you?
for us, I think one of the worries about the original and like getting this contract is like we are two artists. I hope it's something that could make us both of us work on the comic full time, but it has to
Mhm.
be realistic in a
Hmm.
way. Like we cannot
Hmm.
put, I don't know, all of the time of the week on it and not be able to live out of it, I guess. So
Yeah.
it's all things to keep in mind. Honestly, I would be completely over the moon if we do get an original because I have this craving of making something of myself. You know, I have my name on something professional.
Hmm.
It's a big
Hmm.
dream of mine, and I want to achieve something. Sure, we can do it by ourselves, but it's a different road. It's a longer road probably, and it has
Yeah.
really to do with right place, right time, which is not always happening. Like nobody's is made equal, I guess. So I do hope it's something that could happen, and that will fit the bill for like Webtoon and us as well. I don't know
Hmm.
how you feel about this. So
Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely. And I wasn't planning on mentioning in this, but I have had a contract with Webtoon before, but I was just the artist for that. It wasn't my story or anything. So having an original as our own story, that is going to be very different.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
very different vibe of like it's our story, it's what we wrote, it's our characters, it's what we want to show. Not I'm drawing for someone the story they made, and
Hmm.
you might not fit the story initially. Like I don't like this character, but I didn't write it, and it's not my call. I'm just gonna draw it, but I don't necessarily like it.
It's the skill, not the like person at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Because your comic is all
True.
of your work and what you've
Yes.
made. But when you're just
Mhm.
an artist, it's a commission basically.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just
Exactly.
want all of our characters to be plushies together. It's my big
Now
dream
you're
right now.
saying,
Yeah.
now you're seeing the vision.
I am.
Makeshift,
I want this.
please.
Please, yes.
I want a
Plushness
makeshift
supremacy.
plush. I want a
Plush
makeshift plushie. Nothing else. I want
We
so
just want
bad.
all of
plushies with
plushies
abs.
together, like all lined up. I'm here for it. I see
Oh
it in
my
my
good
brain.
grief. Not an ab
Yes.
plushie. Okay, okay. So what do you guys use to draw in terms of hardware?
Clip
So
Studio
yeah, yeah.
with an
I was
Okay.
iPad
Yeah,
after
Pro.
same. Clip
asking.
Studio.
I got
Clip
Fire
Studio
Alpaca.
is
iPad
good.
and Clip Studio.
Oh, Fire Alpaca?
It's
Really?
free, guys. It's
Yes, I
free.
used it before.
I love Fire Alpaca. I use Fire Alpaca, and then I have Huion Canvas Pro 16-inch. I think it's 16-inch. Yeah, that's it. That's all I use. That and Fire Alpaca.
So for me, it's CSP and an iPad. Like not the smallest one, but like the middle
Same.
one.
iPad.
Same.
The iPad.
Yeah, iPad.
iPad.
iPad Pro,
iPad.
11 inches. And Clip Studio Paint.
Shorby, I'm
Amazing.
thinking about
Sometimes
getting
I
a new
sometimes I use
iPad. If I
Procreate as
do,
well.
I'll mail you my old one. It's not that old.
Dude, it's okay. I just gotta lock in, and then I'll buy myself an iPad. I'm at that point where I'm like, oh, but I have my tablet, but it's like I can only work on my comic at my
Yeah.
desk, which is torture because then I'm sitting at my desk for like over 10 hours a day, and it's like that's not great.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's not great for
Hmm.
your health. So it's like an iPad's great because I can work on it in the car because I'm not driving. Don't worry, guys. Don't draw and drive. I'm like I can draw in the car or like go outside or just even in the living room, just not stuck at a desk where I'm hunched over like a shrimp all day. Like, oh yes, I'm drawing my little thing. Like I'm free. I'm free. Yeah.
So maybe this question was already answered, but speaking of Webtoon taking your IP, did you create these series for the contest or was this something you have already been working on? I think you guys already answered that.
Yeah, at
But
the beginning,
Yeah,
but
I definitely created the series for the contest
yeah, I think
we
because I didn't have an existing series.
we did it for fun. It just happened to happen at the same time as the contest. So we did
yeah.
not have the idea really long before,
That's
but
crazy.
it was
Yeah,
just meant to
that's
be.
that's so
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
I've been working on mine
awesome.
for like 2 years. Like not even lying. It's been like 2 years I've been working on it, and I started it because I needed something to focus on, and I was like, you know what? That's it, comic. And I designed the characters, and within I think 3 days, I think it was in like 3 days, the first page went live on Webtoon. I was like, I'm done.
Dang.
And I was like, I'm committed now. I'm doing a thing. So I was working on that, and I was like, this is not going to go anywhere unless I do something with it. And because of the contest, I was like, you know what? My mom's right. I already made it. Might as well just change the format and put it in and see what happens. Because Webtoon does not really like page format at all. It's not like other
Yeah, it doesn't work
platforms.
that well.
No. So I was like, you know
Hmm.
what? I'm still putting in effort. It's still going to take a lot, a lot of my brain power. But I was like, you know what? Hey, so anybody out there who's been working on their stuff for a very long time, you know,
They're so
maybe a
tempted.
contest will show up and you just post it like I did, and you never know.
Yeah. Tapas
Like,
has
why
a
not?
contest going right now.
I love Tapas. They're great.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Did you guys do any promotion for your work? And if yes, what did you do?
For us, it was all of Instagram, and since we are a team and we split in between the two of us, the work in general, I was a social media person, so I was the one making all of the
Yes.
the random text and pictures and just posting every day and just tagging self so that way it reached more people. But honestly, it's so hard to make promotion and it's
Yeah.
excruciating. It's
Yeah,
not fun. I'm not here for
it's
that, you know?
not.
And artists cannot promote, I guess. We're just not here for that. So
My
it was
social
just,
media game is horrible.
Mood.
yes. And it's
Mine
just
too.
trying new things. And the sad reality is like, you have to hope to get maybe like a hit and then suddenly you get a lot of views and try to roll that wave.
Mhm.
Because otherwise you just try to stay consistent and hope to get like a few new watchers, maybe watch and follow new people, comment on other people's stuff. That way you get more eyes on you. It doesn't have to be the goal, you know, like I'm not
Mhm.
following people just so they follow me back. But the more you throw your lines, the more you'll meet people, the more you're gonna be able to grow. And
Mhm.
there's no as how could I say it? Sorry, my French is coming through. Um I don't know how to say it, but like you have to throw your line, try it, and hope it works. But if not, you just try something else
Mhm.
or you continue and you stay consistent.
Mhm. I promoted my thing in the
Right.
weirdest way possible.
What did you do?
Of
So,
course.
so I hate TikTok, so I did not want to make a TikTok account just to post it, so I
Move.
didn't. Okay. I I had a link. I had a link under my streams that said Dandelion T, read my comic. So anytime that happened, people could go look at it there, even if it was unrelated. It was still there. And I posted maybe 2 things on Instagram. But my weirdest thing I did was during the contest, I had conventions that I was boothing at. So I
Oh,
had a cardboard cutout originally for my comic, and I just changed the QR codes from the old version to the comic like contest version, and I had it
Oh,
on my
nice.
booth. And people will be like, "Is this your comic?" I'm like, "Yes." And then they're like, "Can I scan it?" I'm like, "Yes." And then little did they know they're being taken to my contest entry. So random people at conventions like YetiCon, thanks. You guys are
that's honestly
cool.
No.
so good.
Yeah.
Real
There
life
was no
advertisement.
convention here during the time of the contest, so because I
I
did
love
think like if
cons.
you have an artist booth, you get more eyes on you that people that
Hmm.
don't necessarily go on Webtoon.
Exactly.
So
And links
it's
on
Yeah.
definitely a good
business
idea.
cards. Dude, it's so helpful.
It is.
No, no social media presence whatsoever. Under 1,000 on everything. But
Same.
you will see my face at a con. I will have a business card. So that's how you get people's attention.
Like we don't have like a con culture over here. Like we
Oh
just have
yeah,
Comic Con and it happens once a
Hmm.
year. That's it. So
Love
I'm not
Comic Con.
very savvy, yeah, con savvy that way.
yeah.
And my social media presence is terrible. Like I just post randomly. I don't have any plans or anything. And I hardly get any engagement. But I was really lucky to have my online friends who are voice actors.
Oh, that's
If
cool.
Oh
they
yeah.
made a trailer, yeah, they made a trailer for my comic. It was so good. They're professional voice actors, and Kara just she like took the comic under her wing, and she was so good about it. Like she held auditions and stuff, so I had all of my characters voiced.
It's so cool.
And
That's
I
really cool.
initially, I just wanted them to make a trailer initially, but she was so excited about it that she was like, "No, we are going to voice all the 6 episodes," and they animated it. And
I
I'm
love
so
that.
grateful to them. Yeah, so I
Dang.
had no social media game, but it was thanks to them that I had my comics voiced
It's so
and
great to see how it
animated
brings people
and
together.
posted.
Like
Yeah, true.
bringing
I'm
everyone
so
together
so
with
grateful.
that kind of stuff. It's just so cute to see and like to have your friend on your side and just like make something like more community based
Yeah,
than just
Hmm.
an entry against
yeah.
someone.
Yes, that
They
trailer was
have a
amazing.
company, by the way. So they are called Studio Frame, and I don't think they're taking up animations right now, but they could voice comics. So if anyone wants to like commission them or something, you can check out Studio Frame. on Twitter, and they have a website as well.
Dude,
Love
that's so
that.
cool.
So
Yeah,
plugging them in.
they did
We can animate
amazing.
all our comic.
Like such an amazing job.
Yeah.
We could have a crossover episode.
That's actually really funny because
Yes.
uh, Chains actually asked if an animation studio of your choosing could pick up your webcomic for adaptation. Which studio do you think would be the best for it? Well, I feel like we
DreamWorks.
know what your
Oh.
answer is, Chicky.
Uh, what? I'm curious.
Oh, I would assume your friends would be
Studio
like,
Frame.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, Studio Frame, of course, they've done a great job. But I think a lot of people have also told me that my characters remind them of Cartoon Network characters.
It's true.
So
I can kind of
I
see
guess
that.
I can
Yeah.
see it too.
Mhm.
I
I
think for
like
us, it's definitely
I guess
DreamWorks.
it would fit the vibe.
Wait, which one?
Mm-hmm.
For us,
Cartoon Network.
oh, wait,
Yeah, I can see DreamWorks.
yeah,
I
it's
can see
like
Oh,
the style in you.
for us,
I
Yeah, the
heard.
yeah.
inspiration.
I
Yeah.
heard the team of work, and I was like, who?
No, no, no. It's because I
DreamWorks.
feel
I
like
could see that.
DreamWorks, like the older 2D
Yeah.
Yeah, the
animation, is
2D. Yeah.
very in that
Yeah.
same kind of idea.
Hmm.
Or like if we're gonna speak about horses again, their spirits, like it works.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Mhm.
to Google this one.
Yep.
Spirit?
No.
I was
What?
like,
The
what?
no, the place I'm thinking of. What is the um what is the
What?
company? I don't know. If I could pick anyone ever, it's the oh, is it Studio Canal? I think it's Studio Canal. Studio Canal.
What? I would think yours would be like Ghibli.
Oh my
Oh
god, I love
yeah.
Ghibli.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
can see it.
Is this Studio Canal? I don't know if they do animation. It's my favorite, like Ghibli. Yes, but if I had to go off of style alone, like there's a animation studio. I don't know if it's Studio Canal. It's the one that does things like Wolf Walkers and Song
Oh
of the
yeah.
Sea. That I feel like they'd be able to pull it off, but that's like big dreaming. I think that's that's big crazy. That's like, hey guys, but I think they have a good style that they could easily take my stuff and make it real pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know if y'all would know this, but do the webtoon editors really push for big story changes against the creator's will?
No
I don't
clue.
know. I've heard like rumors
Yeah.
about stuff, but that's all they are.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like
yeah.
And
all the
like
rumors I've heard is they're super chill.
there's the other
Yeah.
thing. It's like when you think about that kind of stuff, you will see people complaining because they got something to complain. Something that got a great experience probably won't say anything. So you just see your
Mhm.
story on the internet. And
Yeah,
I think it's important to keep it like very black and white. And like it could go bad, it could go great.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not because some
I
people had a
saw an
bad
interview.
experience.
Huh.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was saying that I saw an interview of a webtoon editor, and they said that initially they do sort of try to get the comic on the track that they want, like probably like
Mhm.
the story hook or something like that. But then they say that then the writer also gets like an idea about what they're expecting. So then the editor doesn't interfere that much
And
once
Mhm.
they
I
get
imagine
on that
everyone
track.
works as a team. Like
Yeah.
eventually you
Yeah.
kind of become a unity and it's like, okay, everyone is working in the same direction. And then there must be talk of like, oh, I would like this to go that way. How can I make it fit? I If not, I will
Mm-hmm.
say that there would not be a need for an editor because they would just say no. I think it's like the person that will like manage in between and make it seamless for both sides, I guess. If I can say. I'm losing my English again.
No, I think that's right. Okay, one last question and then we'll wrap it up. We've been on for a while, so
Yeah.
uh with the benefit of hindsight, what do you wish you spent more time on? And what would you have spent less time on?
Ooh. Um. Hmm.
Hmm.
Still, do you have an idea for that? Because I'm not sure.
No.
Making better
I
text bubble
already
from the start, I guess. Like
What did you say,
we had
I
Hannah?
issues
already
with text
spent a lot of
bubble.
time in writing. Yeah, I'm so bad at this thing. What do you say? Sound effects.
Oh yeah.
I really wish I
Oh.
had time.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I know what I'd
Like
fix. Okay.
I'm a really bad graphic designer, so I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what kind of font to use for this, or
Yeah,
like
Mm.
I'm just bad at typography. I think I should
me
have
too.
concentrated more on that.
Oh, I have one. I have an answer for that. I wish
Mm.
we had not made a mistake in the title of
Oh
like
yeah.
the fourth chapter.
Wait, what
Like,
happened?
Oh, no one have noticed.
I had to mention it.
Dude, I'm gonna go back and check now. What the heck?
Me and my big mouth. Um,
So
but yeah, it's like Sil was the one posting it because I have no clue how. So I'm just like, you deal with that. I'll do the social media, you know. And it was like what 4 a.m. on your side, and
Yeah,
then
4 a.m.
chapter 4 became chapter 5, and chapter
Yeah.
5 became chapter 6 because we went, okay, the character contest is gonna be chapter 4. Like it has to look seamless.
The chapter
So
number was a typo.
it was
Oh,
Oh, yes.
it was improvised, adapt, overcome, I guess.
that's
But
kind of
yeah,
funny.
it worked. No
Mhm.
one saw it until I opened my mouth. But you
Yeah,
know.
that's okay. That's okay. The contest is surely almost done. Maybe,
Yeah.
hopefully.
And
It's
at the
really
end of the
not.
day, it's a funny story because we could not edit it, and we were like, fuck.
Yeah.
Mhm. You know what? That's kind of great because I know a lot of people were like, oh, I didn't get shortlisted because I needed to fix something and I couldn't fix it. And
Yeah.
if you had something that you can fix and you're here, then it's like it just shows the story is really good.
And also
Yeah.
another thing
Mhm.
is like we are both not native English speaker,
Mhm.
and then I'm dyslexic like to no end. And so we're trying to make this work and make English look like English. And sometimes we were like, can we say that? Like, does it work? Is that how they
Mhm.
would say it at the time period? It's like I have no clue.
Oh yeah. The
And
last
I think
panel.
we have a typo. Yeah, that one. And we have a typo, I think, and the first panels of the last episode. And I was like, we had
Yeah.
one. But you get
That's
like
all
so
right.
much into it that eventually you don't see it.
It's true. When you
Yeah.
read
Hopefully,
a
people don't
word
see
over and
it.
over again, it's just
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
I
the same
didn't.
word.
I completely
I don't.
agree. You sometimes you just get lost in the sauce. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like I relate to you so much, M, because sometimes I'll read a word and my brain will fixate that the word is something else and I can't change it unless I walk away. And
Yeah.
sometimes that doesn't help either.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is that we were two. So when something was iffy, we would be like, what do you think? Does this make sense? And be like, I
Mm.
don't think what you wrote there works. So it was, again, a lot of collaboration and trying to figure out what the hell is English.
I
True.
feel like
True,
what I've
yeah.
taken away
Mood.
from the two of you is I just need to find me a seal. Like
Yes, yes, exactly. You need someone to anchor yourself. Because for us, it's like, Silk puts the train on the track and I fly it off the tracks. So we're trying to
We're
make
Oh.
it work.
grounded.
Yeah.
Exactly.
see, I would be exploding the track. I'd be like, now what, Sil? What are you gonna do now? Like, I feel like my partnership would be chaotic.
Oh,
I'd be trying to
and
like
if you really want to
derail
laugh, we
everything.
can show you the difference between the way we make layers. I am messy. I don't write any names on any layers, and I can have 20
Oh
layers
no.
for a sketch. So I'm
Oh,
And then
trying my
they're in
best.
order.
I'm I'm trying my best not to make it too intense, and then some is just placing everything so nicely and tidy. So
Mm,
this is
mm.
the worst side of being a team, I guess. Well, not for me, but
not for
Yeah,
you. You're chilling.
obviously.
or
I'm just clean.
I don't
I'm out there
remember
cleaning it up.
what it was. Oh, it was like what's the name in English again? The Tarzan things, like the leaves, ropes, whatever.
The lians. How do you
The
say it in
Lasso?
English?
It
Lians.
in
The
French is
vines
liane.
that come down
The
from the
vines,
trees.
yeah. I just
Vine.
wrote
Oh,
Tarzan things
oh.
and just drop it in. It's like enjoy. I think if you have to work with a team, the best advice I have is leave Easter eggs around to make your partner laugh. It's just the best
Yeah.
thing.
Name layers, funnily.
Oh, I
Yes.
love that. That's so
No, I
funny.
don't name my layers ever. I just saw the chat.
Yeah, I
I
don't name
just
my layers
I
either.
color code them though. I do color code them.
I
Yeah.
You
named
can
them.
do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Eclipse
Yeah,
Studio.
you
If you have
can.
Fire Alpaca, of
Yeah,
course
you
you
can do
can.
that. What the hell?
Just get Clip Studio and improve your color
I need an
coding.
iPad.
Yes.
When you get your iPad, get Clip Studio.
Yeah,
I
I'll show you
will.
how.
I'll learn a brand new software. I
Yes.
got this. I got this. Dude, my what is it called? My typography was disgusting.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know how anybody was able to read it and focus. Some of them were blurry, some weren't blurry. Because
Oh
like
no.
since I was
Maybe-
reformatting everything,
Maybe
it's
your
all a
audience
mess.
thought it was like witch spells in the background.
Yeah.
I sure hope so because it looks bad. I was like, should I fix it? I'm like, well, chances I get shortlisted is very low, so I'm not gonna bother. And I was like, ooh, that's embarrassing for me. It's
Oops.
fine. It's fine. I'll fix it someday.
We got this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was my typo. No, all it's like you can read it. Some of the grammar's a little messed up. I only speak English, but God, my English is bad. But some of it's messed up. But for the most part, you if you really focus on it now, you'll be like, why is that one fuzzy? That one word is fuzzy. Why is the rest
I
of the
did
words
notice
crisp?
there was some fussy going on, but I thought it was
Yeah.
just the like when you upload, it
Yeah.
That's what I was
downgrades the
hoping.
quality.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
no one will know. They'll think it's the
Put it on
phone.
the
They'll think it's the
slicing.
quality. No, it's literally the reason why is because when I was resizing, it's the same font, by the way. All of it's the same font. However, because I resized some things, I had to retype out stuff, or I wanted to change some dialogue because I was like, ooh, he's kind of mean here. I'm like, I don't like that. Or ooh, I don't like this. And then I'll change it. But then I'd leave certain words or sentences. And then I was like, well, I don't want to retype it. I don't have to. And then it just,
Oh my god.
ooh, I really should have. Webtoon, I know what I did wrong. Don't feel bad. I know what I
size
did.
all over the place.
No,
Yeah, that font size is really all over the place, but I guess it works.
it works.
I mean, it's
I could
not
read
that
it.
much of a yeah.
It's like for us,
Though
like
I felt that in some places the font was like the text was really a lot and the font was small. So I would have preferred, like I would have appreciated it if it was a little bigger.
I
But
need a
yeah,
new
that's
font.
all. Like
for us, it's like the first chapters, the text bubbles were very oval, and
Yeah.
something was bugging me, but I could not say what. And I was like, something is off. And then eventually, I put a post on Reddit being like, "Can you critique my entry, like, what or entry? Um, what could be adjusted? What could be better?" And someone was like, "Well, your text is not lining up, and your bubbles." And I was like, "Oh my god, you are so right, and I
Yeah.
cannot unsee it, and it makes me so
mhm.
cringe."
Dude, that's
And
so
now
difficult.
we got better.
Like
Yeah, we
putting
fixed it up in
speech
the last
in
one.
bubbles.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah, but these are trivial things, I think. Like it's easy to fix them later.
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
But
And
if you have like issues with your story and stuff, like if you have continuity errors with that, then
yeah,
it's a problem.
I
Otherwise,
do hope that Webtoon will see it as like, oh, we tried to improve what we had. Like we saw this didn't work, and we still tried to adapt instead of going for exact continuity of the bad thing, make it better
Mm.
as we go. So
Yeah.
hopefully,
Improve.
yeah, I think Webtoons knows that it's not going to be perfect. Like a lot of us are either new at it or we're just like one person or two people working on it. And
For
so
sure.
we are going to miss out something that's not going to be 100% perfect. But I
We're
think what
all
Webtoon was
human.
looking at was just potential. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, these things are fixable later.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They're not looking for perfection. Things like that can be easily
Mhm.
fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it was
yes.
so annoying to notice. It was like, oh my god, we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's just
Now-
being an artist. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you just learn after
Yeah.
the fact, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I hate this."
It's like 2 weeks later, you can no longer look at your drawing. It's like,
yes,
I thought it
yes.
was good.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
with that, we'll wrap there, and I would be curious to hear from you guys in the audience. What was your experience with the contest? What did you learn? What did you enjoy? Who are you rooting for to become originals? Like, leave comments down below. Obviously, all of the people here, you want to be originals. So,
Of course.
We
with that
so
said,
want it.
I was going to
look-
say that's a very controversial question.
You don't have the choice, but tell it's us.
yeah, obviously, like you have to name the three who are here, and
Exactly.
then everyone else.
And we'll love you forever.
So let's go ahead and do our closing shout outs. So why don't you start for us, Em? Tell us, where to find you, series name,
Oh,
that sort of thing.
okay. So our story is written in gunpowder. You can find me at MEM either on DeviantArt, Instagram, Kofi. Yeah. So follow me around to see more art picture of horses and stuff like that, and cowboys.
Yes, horse supremacy.
Oh yeah.
And what about you, Sylvester?
Sylvester Vital, yeah, that is my name everywhere. So search anything there.
Keeping it
Where can they
easy.
find you?
Where can they find me? They can find me, well, on Instagram, DeviantArt, TikTok. Not super active there, but yeah.
Just type it in and find you.
Yeah.
Anywhere and
Just
everywhere.
how lucky it is to have the same username everywhere. I cannot do it. It didn't work.
Mhm.
You could start a new account.
Oh hell no.
Mood.
Too
That's
much
for real,
work.
for real.
Okay, Shorby, what about you?
Okay, so I got, if you want art, I got Instagram, I have Tumblr. I'm using Tumblr. I
wow.
don't post on Twitter anymore. Don't bother. It's a waste of time. But I'm Skrully on either of those. If you want to see just me content because you think I'm funny or something, thank you. I have a Twitch, I have YouTube. That I use my Twitter, sorry. That's under Shore Bunny. Besides that, shout out to my friends. You guys are cool. I know some of them are watching. You guys are cool. And read my comic, please. I put too many hours into that thing. I need somebody to read it. Please read my comic.
Yes. You've made me a lifelong fan. I will be showing up to all of your streams in the future.
Bless. They're terrible. I just game.
I
For
love
fun.
terrible streams. I'm here for it. Okay, and Chiku, last
Mhm.
comments.
So my comic is Cosmic Cubicles. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Anyway, if you
Go
like
read
my
it.
OCs, yeah, go read it. If you like science fiction, if you like a light-hearted slice of life slash comedy series, and you can find me on. I'm mostly active on Twitter and Instagram, also on Blue Sky. So I'm Smay. What am I on Twitter? I forgot. I'm so bad at.
Oh, it's May
I'm Smay
17th.
underscore art. Yeah, something like that. I'm Smay17 on Twitter. Yeah, and I'm Smay underscore art on Instagram. If you like my OCs, if you want to see more hot people, more abs, probably. I like to post OC stuff. So yep, follow me there.
We love OCs.
Yes.
Yep.
She's
Thank
my
you guys
beloved.
so much for taking the time out to come and yap with me for like 3+ hours.
I love hanging out.
We love you too.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. It was so insightful. I think like we got a lot of insight, and I just loved hearing y'all yap about your series. Like y'all's process was amazing. I learned so much. I couldn't stop taking notes.
More abs.
Oh yes, more abs.
It's written on the
Obviously.
chat.
All
Like,
the
yes.
abs.
I need
If you
I
want
need
to win a
abs from
contest,
like
put abs.
I
It's
need
just
abs
abs.
from every series, please.
You should make a compilation. Like we can all put abs on Instagram and make
Yes.
a collaborative post.
The ab collection.
Oh yeah,
Oh, this
100%.
makes me want to go through
ab
all of the
selection.
short lists and be like,
How
which
many have
ones have
abs?
abs? Like,
Oh, count how many abs there is through the
like there was
short list.
somebody doing like the ratios for
Yes,
stuff. I'm gonna do the ratios for the abs. Like
That's
that's
amazing.
fair.
I feel
Insane
like
work.
it's on brand. All right, so with that, we are going to say good night, goodbye, wherever you are in the world. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will catch you in the next video.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye, chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.